Beloved by some, hated by many, chosen by God and perfected by science, I'm Ed Zitron, and it's time for the Better Offline CES experience. Better Offline. We're back for our second goddamn year. Welcome to this year's incredible coverage of the Las Vegas-based consumer electronics show, and I'm sitting in the Palazzo Hotel, and we've got a fully stocked bar, tacos, and the love and warmth that only comes from the power of friendship. We're going to be here all week bringing you the news and views from the innards of the tech industry's largest conference, each day with a rotating cast of incredible people across multiple 30-minute blocks. My bartender, Phil Broughton, will keep me liquid, my producer, Matt Osowski, will keep me sane, and my editor, Matt Hughes, will feed me stories, along with my guests from the show floor and my own goddamn eyes. Now, our first contestants are, of course, the wonderful Mr. Ed Ongweso Jr.
Hello, my friends. How are you doing?
And he writes the wonderful Tech Bubble newsletter. And, of course, David Roth of Defector is joining us today.
Hey, how's it going?
Hell yeah. And Matt Binder of Mashable. Welcome back, Matt.
Hey, it's great to be here. This is like an annual thing now.
Yeah.
2 years in a row is annual. Yeah.
It counts. It counts. So today, I thought the show floor was open, and it wasn't. But that just meant that Ed, David, and I went to watch the Jensen Huang CES keynote, and I must say, I have watched some shit in my time, and I was quite bored, but not because I didn't understand. I was bored because I did understand. I was sitting there just going, what? No, what? There were things he said during it that did not make sense.
Yeah, you were bored and upset, and I was bored and bored, which is an important distinction for this, I think.
Now, for those of you who actually want content about the keynote, don't expect that. Do not expect that at all, because Jensen Huang did not actually announce anything new. 6 new chips, Vera Rubin GPU, every single thing he announced today was either 3 or 6 months old. Even the video of the dorky robot inside this thing called the Omniverse. Yeah, the Omniverse, by the way, and Ed is just looking at me, just like, oh God. The Omniverse is NVIDIA's little simulation space for robots.
And imagination station.
Yes. And yeah, they spent half of the thing talking about, as David put it, the things that would be nice if they existed.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that if it was real, which we saw no indication that it was, it would be super tight.
And that's the thing, like, Jensen Huang he's a showman usually. Like a year ago, he was like preening and dancing across the stage. He was doing a little Avengers bit with a shield with a Blackwell GPU. This year, he just looked kind of sad. He didn't seem happy.
He didn't seem, he was, you don't want to use the phrase low energy because it's got its political valence now, but he seemed a little glum.
A little sleepy.
Yeah, a little sleepy.
Sleepy Jen.
Sleepy Jensen.
Yeah, they don't want me to say it, but should we say it? Should we say it, folks? But he was as shiny and like sort of bouffant as I'd hoped. Like I was.
Yeah, he had a very shiny jacket.
As like a non-tech journalist, like I just know him as being an extremely rich guy with a really like obvious aesthetic. And so the idea of going to see him, like, that's actually the most Las Vegas thing that I could have done. It was basically the same reason that people would go see, like, Wayne Newton here. Where they're like, I don't really love his work, but I know that, like, when I see him on that stage, I'm going to be like, damn. That's
or go to the Sphere.
That's Wayne Newton as hell. And this was Jensen Huang as hell, like, for whatever that's worth.
It's something you just do while you're in Vegas.
Right,
like
exactly.
You go see Jensen Huang,
right?
right?
I don't have to be a big fan of Gwen Stefani to go see her residency. Yeah, like, which is... I don't know. It's very instant switching on the Vegas part of your brain for this.
But that was the thing. There was a line of thousands of people to get in. Thousands and thousands.
And
of
we
people.
cut a lot of them.
Yes.
And we cut some lines, and I'm very sorry if you were lining up to see the Jensen Huang Donkey Show and you ended up not being able to sit down for 2 boobless hours.
It was almost as long as Avatar 3. You know?
And I understood it as much as well. I haven't seen any of that.
Don't slander my boy Cameron.
I don't.
Okay. I would let him run NVIDIA. You know, I think he'd actually give us some.
He knows
some
how to build a submarine.
Yeah.
Which is a worrying fact I discovered during when the Titan submersible exploded.
He's a sicko.
Like, he's an actual submarine fiend. But yeah, this thing was really weird because this is the largest company on the stock market, and it just felt, I don't want to say dull is the wrong word because he certainly wanted to pretend to be excited, but it was like half, what if we could do robots? We can't, but what if we could? And then it was like, we're Vera Rubin GPUs. What do you like this? What do you think of this? And then you may be thinking, listener, okay, at what point did he talk about AI? Barely. He was just like, yeah, you got agents, they're happening. And then he did like a 2-minute long demo of this guy building an agent, personal assistant that did stuff.
I looked at a whiteboard and told him he had 5 things on it.
Yeah, and yelled, it connected to a hugging face robot.
Yes.
That then told his dog to get off the couch.
Potato the dog was treated very rudely, very nasty,
very unfair to Potato.
When I first saw that clip, I misread it and I was like, there's a readout where it says your dog is on the couch and I know you don't like that, and I thought it said your dog is here and I know you don't like it.
Yeah. Shall I eliminate the dog?
Dog, kill the dog. Like some fucking Dalek.
Jensen Huang getting up there. We finally worked out a way to kill dogs. Just someone off camera. No, Jensen, we took the dog killing part out. He's like, no, it's good. They love this. We've got tons of dogs. Like, there's like billions of dogs. We want $10 a dog. We're in business. That's like 1/4 of GPU sales. We'll
As
be
you
fine.
see this chart, the price of killing dogs has gone down exponentially. Here's what it costs to kill 10 trillion dogs. The parameters are increasing over the years. The cost of each kill is dropping by 5 orders of magnitude.
Well, I don't know if I think killing dogs is funny, but
10 trillion dogs.
yeah, for the listener, he was talking about at one point he was talking about how much it costs to generate tokens or to train models that were 10 trillion parameters.
yeah,
right?
they were saying the parameters were going up, and they had this great chart where it's like, well, you said it was the x-axis was just dollars, and the y-axis was latency, and the line was down, but the latency was up. And he didn't really explain what that meant. He was just like, look, it's a tenth of the price.
It was 100% like, do you hogs want to see a line go up?
Yeah.
But like, do you like the stonks guy? Do you want me to bring him out? Like, that's what it was.
The hogs hated it. The hogs were they clamped.
I was surprised by
as
that.
they should. He brought up a picture of Vera Rubin, who I've completely forgotten what she did.
She was the person who observed that, Newtonian mechanics predicts that things in the farther orbit around the central object should take longer to go around it than closer to it. And the edge of the galaxy rotates faster than you would expect, which suggests that there's other matter, dark matter, which is making the edge of the galaxy actually rotate at a higher velocity.
Right.
An interesting one, which we still haven't figured out what the fuck to do with. So, but more interesting than what
than
they
anything they would. But that was the one time people clapped, and we came back after just like mildly concussed, just like our brains just like pummeled, and we went and looked at the CES 2025 one. People were hooting and hollering and cheering and shit. This because they were like, yeah, we're going to walk you through Blackwell, and they tell a bunch of lies, but at least they had charts with the lies. This year it was just kind of like limply walking in, just going like, yeah, this is really heavy. I'm not even kidding. He like just lifted up a
he was pretty dialed in last year for what it's. I mean, that's like the bit of it that again, to me, with the Wayne Newton comp, it's like you don't have to like the songs to be like, damn, he's really got this patter down.
Like I've seen Metallica 7 times, and they put on a show every time.
So,
Now, I'm the only person in this room, obviously, who did not see the keynote. Do you think this did it come across to you like they may have had something they planned to show here, but it fell through, or did it come across like they really like busted their load last year and couldn't live up to the hype this year?
I think it's the second one. They didn't really seem to have anything because I mentioned it in passing, but it was a lot of stuff from GTC, which is their big developers conference, and like. Or they did this whole thing about new Blackwell chips, and every chip, Vera Rubin chip, and every chip was announced months ago. It just felt weird. It felt like they didn't have any keys to jingle anymore.
Because last year, the hype for that keynote was weeks in advance. People were talking. It was like the highlight of CES. It was like they had like some big musical artist or something showing up. It was that big.
Yeah, it wasn't. This year, legitimately, you could see people were leaving.
yeah, there were walkouts, which is like.
People just walking out after a thing that took like last year there was a 2.5 hour long line before it opened. This year there was a long line, but it filed in. Then they told us it was full, but then they were like, actually there are seats now. It's just very weird. It was a 3,800 person theater. Just feels like we're at the end of something, which is fun. I enjoy that.
Which also, I don't think the rest of CES has got that message based on all the AI, everything, everywhere. Yeah.
Well, Matt, you went to CES Unveiled yesterday, as you.
Yes.
Did you see anything interesting? Anything that
Well, I mean, everything. The interesting thing is actually you would think AI is the main thing, and I guess there's crossover here. But the really big thing this year is robotics.
Right.
Everyone's got robots doing something, and obviously there is the AI angle there, but it's not the same in terms of like how they hype it up. Like I remember a few years ago, every company wanted to be a metaverse company.
Hell yeah.
Or a blockchain company.
yeah.
And I said this last year on this show that seems to be dead. And it seems like that's the case. It's just dead as, Trump coming back and crypto coming back in terms of these guys making all their money through insider trading on crypto does not seem to have translated over back to the tech world.
Do you see any crypto stuff?
No, I've not seen any. No, not even blockchain is usually the way these tech companies try to like get their hold on that space, and I've seen nothing.
Have you seen any prediction market stuff?
No prediction market stuff. I mean, it's still early. This is the show floor hasn't even opened yet while we're talking, but I've seen none of that. Everything. There was a few AI stuff here and there. Wearables are big again this year.
Yeah. What kind?
Every wearable you could. That's where the AI stuff is coming in. Everyone wants a wearable that you have around your neck, where it records what you're saying and then gives you the transcription of your conversations.
If only we had a way of recording our voices. If only they invented some way that I could talk and then they would save it.
Right. It's a good thing everyone listening to this is in the room with us right now. Otherwise, just lost.
I saw Victoria's song post something of a wearable that is like a taint electrocute.
Yes. She's going to come on tomorrow.
I won't say anything more about it.
It's what now? Because I heard you...
It's a taint electrocutor thing by the looks of it.
Maybe it's for Kegels, maybe it's for edging. I have no idea.
Yeah. Look, what people do with their taints is not my business.
Well, it's someone's business now.
Well, no, it's literally someone's business. It's big business.
The previous time I was on this podcast, Victoria was on and she was wearing a wearable unit. And it was one of the ones, I forget what it was called. It was advertised on the subway a lot.
Friend?
The friend.
It wasn't friend.
It was
friend was
something
now.
different though. Oh, wait, whatever it was
The rabbit.
It was designed to be rude to you. Like that seemed to be what the hack was.
No, it was when I think it was the friend because this is a few months ago. It wasn't CES. It was just when you were in the studio.
It's just in New York.
Yeah. And it was just very rude.
Yeah. And it got mad at her during our interview.
Yeah.
Like we asked how she felt about it. And she said she had like a name for it. She was like, "It's Blorbo. We don't always get along."
I mean, there's a whole theme restaurant that does that, right?
Yeah.
Where the waiters are rude to you.
Yeah, it's like
there is an audience for that, obviously.
And Debevics you can wear around your neck to fucking scream at you.
I love it when AI is rude to me.
Yep.
That gets my juices going.
It was. I guess the idea was that it was like it. It wasn't like the other AIs. Like it was a little edgy.
I do like the idea that they're like, we made an AI friend, and like all of my friends, it's very rude, doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't like me. It's just a guy who does not have friends, just has a bunch of people who hate him.
Yeah, I'm so lonely. I just wish I had someone to be mad at all the time while I'm at work. Like just thinking my idle moments.
This comic I love where it's like, 4 panels. One panel is a scientist and he's like, hey, I made this robot and it screams the word cuck. And then it just keeps screaming cuck. And then someone's like, why'd you make this? And he's like, oh, I don't know.
Because I can.
Screaming in each panel.
I mean, listen, like the week we're recording this, like every AI we're going to talk about, they all seem good compared to what Elon Musk's Grok is doing right
Oh
now.
my
Hey,
God.
listen.
Like
But when Grok gets lucidity, when it drops the Mecha Hitler, when it's super woke, when it's not consensual porn,
it has its moments.
It has its
like
moments.
I'm sure every pedophile has its moments. but I mean,
Like Grok's neighbors remember him as a quiet man.
I'm gonna put that bed to bed now.
we all think Trump is funny sometimes, right? Like we all think Trump has his moments where classic Trump comes through.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he was friends with Epstein.
Yeah.
Like that's Grok
Besties.
now. Like. I mean, Grok is literally like undressing photos
It's fucking disgusting.
of children.
So you can go on, if you want to see a bunch of people who redacted, go to r/Grok on Reddit, and it's just LLM generated pornography. And you'll be surprised to hear it's all woman. And what's crazy is I bet each one of those costs like $5 to $10 a generation. So Elon Musk is just burning billions of dollars for like the most wretched perverts in the world. And what's great is you go on there and there will occasionally be a guy who's just like, this fucking thing's moderated and it's censored now. It's censored. I can't generate the pornography I want. Elon Musk has failed us. And it's just like finding people who are more reactionary than Elon Musk is tough. But man, do they do it.
Right. I mean, I don't even know though. Like, I'm sure he's put some sort of limits on some things, but people right now, we're like a week or two into this whole scandal with Grok creating literal child abuse material,
like
sexual, child sexual abuse material, and they're still able to make it. Yeah. And Elon Musk is on X right now, laughing about pictures people are sending of non-consensual undressing,
Ruffling to beat the band.
He thinks it's funny.
The last thing I saw Elon Musk post was someone made this long essay about how the reason why Africa can't manage itself is not because of colonialism, it's because of IQ or something, and then him quote tweeting it and going truth nuke or something, hard truth.
Well, I actually saved a
Said the South African.
A screenshot. Yeah, Jesus. A screenshot from r/Grok. Here we go again, space exclamation mark. Those XAI Grok motherfuckers. Back to fucking zombies in slow motion and constant over moderation. Thank fuck my subscription is nearly up. These word I won't say are fucking losers. Fuck you, Elon Musk, you fucking rock spider. They've updated it again and made it even worse than before. And then someone responding with, what? My morning goon session went as usual. And any other forum would be like, that's someone doing irony, but no. r/Grok.
What was the word? What was the word? That
it's a swear word that I'm not going to say on this show.
Okay,
it's not a slur, thankfully.
Yeah, no, I was curious. How is it as a square? Is it as a slur?
It's towards the beginning of the alphabet letter-wise.
But like the fact that Grok does this, like obviously every company who has an AI product now, their AI can do the same.
Yeah.
But it seems like they have at least used the resources they have of like a trust and safety department to think these things through and limit it or stop it from doing that before it actually is able to.
Yeah.
They seem to not only be aware that it could do that and not want to stop it, they're loving that it's doing this.
Yeah.
This is like, it makes me feel, at the risk of making an extremely prosaic observation about something that I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, that I think we all believe is bad.
Yes.
The fact that this has been going on for 2 weeks makes me feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. Like, I can't believe that there is a thing generating child sex abuse material on the social network that we all were on
that people
for
are
like
paying
15
for.
years.
People are paying $40 a month to access.
Yeah.
Like if an individual, if a human being went online right now and uploaded CSAM, a single photo on a social media site, they would have a knock on their door.
Yeah.
They'd
within
be
a day.
going to jail.
Whereas Elon Musk's creation is literally creating this en masse over and over again, an image per second, per minute. I don't know, but it's a lot. And it just keeps doing it. And no one's... Whose job is it to step in and stop this?
It's section.
That's the bit that makes me feel most insane, is that this is one of those things where it's like, there's not a great number of points of consensus in American culture at this point, right? But this is one that I think everybody's more or less on the same page on. So I thought. And it's also one of the things that, like, say what you will about the Federal Bureau of Investigation, they've been pretty consistent in their approach to this issue through the years. The fact that this is somehow now just like raffle fodder, like all the rest of the shit,
It's
like
crazy.
Well, the only good news in it, and there really is none, is how much this is probably costing. Like, it's probably like, I reckon they're spending a couple million a day on this. Just the pervert CSAM machine.
I mean, but I mean, he's getting the U.S. government is paying to use Grok.
Yeah, there was.
Like,
there was
like the money they're spending, like on creating this stuff. Like the money is coming in to make up for it, at least for Elon Musk.
But is it? Like, I'm pretty sure he's just losing money. It's insane that also he is building massive data centers to do more of this. This is the thing. This is the year we're walking into. This is 2026. Right. We've got what can LLMs do that they couldn't do a year ago? Well, guess what? It's child pornography. That is the new thing that they can do. We watch fucking Jensen Huang beat off for 2 hours. Not really. If only.
Think of the years it took Jeffrey Epstein to create this stuff. And now Grok can do it all in just
with
one
the power of AI, the futures that are
so in the metaverse, you can go make your own island with Grok. You know, you can make your own network.
That's the thing, though. It's
I do like the idea that that's the use case for the metaverse.
Yeah.
Is it like if you want a little St. James in your own?
And the temple. Don't forget the temple.
Oh my God. This is how we're beginning CES 2026. Robert Evans isn't even here. And I'm like, okay, we've got to change the subject.
Right.
I created a version of the game Myst
Talking of
that would get me
children.
sent to jail for the rest of my life.
Or a job as a senior
Right.
product manager.
Yeah, if you're willing to
at,
relocate to
XAI.
Austin.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. I thought this show would be normal. It wasn't.
Did you catch that there was like Grok cameo in the Jensen
Yes.
Huang presentation?
Yeah,
like
It's multimodal.
yeah, he was using this as an
Oh my
example to
God,
like
yeah.
show what the technology could do. And it was just like, sorry, the stomach sound.
Hell yeah.
What was it? Was it the stuff that came out this week? Was that what they were showing?
I love that.
But it was funny to see, like, given that is like, I think that everybody's first thought on what is this.
Also bragging about working with Palantir. I mean, they got
Yes. All the fucking bad guys were getting name
All
checked.
the stars are
Palantir,
here.
Intel.
Palantir, I don't know if they're here this year, but they've been at past CESs showing off their armed vehicles and everything. They're
But they don't make armed vehicles. They're they're evil sales force.
I don't go to this Palantir booth, but the years I've seen
Let's
them there,
go to the Palantir.
They were
Let's go.
giant.
With
Yeah.
face masks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over there and just be like, "Hey, mate, you got any guns I could borrow?" And they just start asking them for
Hey,
a gun.
can I see your phone real quick?
Can I see your phone? Coffee? Yeah, I'm just downloading Grok. Yeah, just downloading Grok for
Fun.
real.
So good.
Oh, it's already here. Like, oh, what are your last? Oh my god. But like moving aggressively on from this subject.
Speaking of children, I saw Lego.
Yeah, that was the segue I was trying to go for, but then we got into the little St. James in the Omniverse, like can simulate. Jesus. But
Listen,
Lego. So there's a
he wouldn't have
smart.
got caught if he had the Omniverse. I think that's probably what their sales pitch
Yes.
would have been.
I was surprised that Jensen Huang said that,
yeah.
and that people cheered so much.
Oh yeah,
It was like, what is
Oh,
you
that
did-
was when they said that. That was weird. That
You
was
guys
weird.
didn't want him to get caught?
Yeah.
And the little robots came on, and
Yeah.
that was before we move on to Lego. That was the strangest part of this thing. So Matt, you haven't seen this. There was a bit, and he apparently did this last year, where he had a little robot walk out. This year he had two. It was the same kind. He just had two of them, and it was bizarre. For 10 minutes, he was just like kneeling down and going like, "And this is how we're going to build you. This is how we're going to build robots in the Omniverse." It was so weird. And like, you are the CEO of the largest company on the stock market. Your company is like got a $4 trillion market cap. Everyone's buying these $70,000 GPUs from you. And you're sitting being like, "Hi, little robot. How are you doing? I'm wearing a $25,000 leather jacket."
How much do you think he paid Disney for to use those two robots from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
Were they from Star Wars?
Yeah, they're Star Wars. They're Jedi Fallen Order.
Jesus Christ, that was the cheapest. That like he went and got like, wow.
Probably, yeah, from Lucasfilm, he probably rented them.
So what's the cheapest robot you'll give me?
What makes that crazy is apparently Disney gave these random robots, whereas I got C-3PO and R2-D2 and Chewbacca showing up at the Lego event.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we
That's
got
so
there.
funny.
We got there. So we got there. The Mandalay Bay, thinking CES unveiled was today. It was not. Flawless organization as usual from me. And I walk in. And it's got. Oh, it's just the Chewbacca room. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I peek through the door. I see Chewbacca. I see some rebels. I
Yep.
see a
the rebels?
C-3PO's up there, and we're like, all right, well, sorry about that. It's like we like
That's not what we-
accidentally open a door that isn't closed, like at a bar. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. Didn't mean you were.
It's like it's like
at
in,
the end of The Shining.
yeah, where you just keep the hotel room down the hall. Yeah.
Chewie, no. Chewie. But yeah, so they did a
Jensen Huang brings out the blowjob bear from The Shining. Why would he do that? There's no reason for that bear to be on stage.
He
with
said it's multimodal. Okay.
Well, that partnership with Grok is pulling through right now.
Okay, please, let's talk about the smart brick
Right,
from
so-
fucking Lego.
So Lego, I will say, so Lego was making their CES debut. They've never done this before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Lego actually had something pretty interesting.
Okay.
Where it's their new product, a smart brick in their Smart Play platform. And they basically took a silicon chip that's small, is what they said, smaller than one stud on a Lego.
That's cool.
And they put it inside a brick, and you connect this brick onto your Lego creations, your Lego characters. And this chip, basically, this smart brick basically has sensors and accelerometers, and it could track color and sound and distance and direction. And it basically brings your Lego creations and characters to life. So one example they gave in the demo was they put the smart brick on a little airplane Lego creation, and then they put a airplane pilot character on top of that plane. And when they were flying it around, the plane was making like whoosh and like all like engine noises. And then the guy turns the plane upside down, and the airplane pilot starts to scream, and this is the audio is coming out of this smart brick. I mean, it's
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean,
And from Lego, we're going to allow you to torture your Lego figures.
yes, in fact, they were really playing that up too. They were saying, if you run your Lego over with your Lego character over with a car, there'll be sound effects for that.
Are you?
I'm being dead ass serious. And the guy was getting great joy out of mutilating these Lego characters with the smart brick.
And the Lego Saw collection will be coming out.
Yeah.
If you told me as a child, wow, wouldn't you love a computer inside of this? If you told me my Bionicle would be better if it had a computer and I would have set it on fire.
I like the
antithetical.
I will-
But here's the thing. Like I was thinking about this, and like I guess for like other toys where you just buy a toy and it's already built for you, and then you add this other stuff, I guess you can argue it's taking away from kids' imagination.
Yeah.
Yes.
But with Lego, they still have to build this stuff.
I mean-
so like the smart brick is just adding an extra, like I guess like feature to it that helps their imagination.
I think
I
that
like-
screaming Lego is not going to take away from your imagination.
Right.
When I was a kid,
It also has a kind of a like.
It'll
It
enhance
feels
it.
like it's for adults more than it
Yes.
is for kids
This
in a
is-
way.
Oh yeah,
like-
that's also the other.
this is for the man babies that are buying children's
Well,
sets.
That's the thing. They announced the first Lego Smart play sets that come with these smart bricks, and that's where Chewie and C-3PO and R2-D2 come in. The first play sets with this technology will be 3 Star Wars play sets: the TIE Fighter, the X-Wing, and the Emperor's Throne Room, where you can have a lightsaber battle.
George Lucas was not joking when he said that selling Star Wars to Disney was like selling his children to slavers, because they are gonna be working these guys.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, the slave Leia playset will be coming out soon. And then,
right.
Oh god, what sounds does that one make? That's like I've always wanted to make my Lego figures scream
It's
in
gonna make a
pain.
Jabba
Yeah.
sound. There'll be a Jabba sound very lightly in the background of whatever Leia says.
I'm just like I think the theme of CES from everything I've read so far is we've run out of ideas. Like it kind of felt like that last year, but this year it's like Jensen Huang doing his just retread of everything, and Lego's like, oh, what the fuck? What do we put? Why don't we release more Legos? I guess they could make. What if the Lego figures could feel pain?
What if you could reenact your witness to a great becoming scene from Manhunter with your Legos?
You could do January 6th with your Legos.
And in this place, in the Guard of the Vita in the background. And
Chewbacca after his changing. Do you see? It's nice.
oh my god, I thought we'd wait until Tuesday for the Manhunt references.
You could do like
I'm only here for
no,
one day.
I
got to get it in.
I'm happy. I'm very happy to hear this. Most of the content, not so much. Like didn't think we'd get to see Sam this quickly, but
The thing that's interesting, though, to Matt's point, I don't want to skip you if you're trying to
no, don't worry.
is that it feels like, I agree that it feels like to a certain extent there's a deficit of new ideas, but and again, as like an oaf who doesn't generally cover this, like just as what it is, that's an impressive thing to me.
Yeah,
right.
it's
And also
something.
in a world where we just talked about everything we just talked about, like the Lego stuff actually feels like a breath of fresh air, where it's a company that actually is focused on, I mean, obviously they want to make money, but it's also focused on let's build this stuff for kids and also adults that have this nostalgia love for Lego, and it's harmless and fun.
I mean, harmless
Which is
to the people, but the Legos.
well, luckily,
The Legos rate for terribly.
luckily Legos don't feel yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
yes.
that's what I like. And like that would have been if I was in there putting my hand up. Can they feel the? No, sir. Again,
Yeah, okay, so you're gonna get a Lego set which has a massive computer at the center. It's gonna do inference on device.
on device pain for your Legos.
yeah.
The suffering you can make your Legos experience
Yeah,
is distinct and
Reenact
powerful.
any historical event where people felt pain.
My Life Massacre, like
numbers.
like it's just I don't know. I want to be excited about it, but it's just I look at it, I'm just like, you don't have you could build literally anything. That's the point of Lego, and they're like, well, fuck, we can't build. We have no more ideas of that. We just have noises. I get maybe I'm being too cynical.
I mean, they're coming up with new ideas for like you can build a big boat. You know,
Which
like
is-
there's stuff like that is in there. I'm sorry, it's so gurgly. There's something about like that seems additive, I guess. It's like a little silly to me, but that's...
I mean, it's the same. What is interesting is it's the same Lego brick for everything. Like, it's not like, oh, this is the specific smart brick for that Star Wars.
That's not bad.
You can take the same brick and connect it to an airplane, and it knows it's an airplane now. You can take that same brick and connect it to Star Wars set. It knows which Star Wars character it's connected to or what Star Wars vehicle it's on. It's this one brick that you could use for everything. And if you have multiple bricks, they interact. One interesting thing I thought was, like, if your kids are like racing their smart brick attached cars, and like there's a smart brick like finish line creation, it'll track which one actually gets to the finish line first and let you know by the color of the vehicle. Like, it'll flash that color of the winning vehicle. So the kids can't argue and fight over who actually won. The smart brick tells them.
That's a key part of any race, is fighting over who won.
All right, we're going to wrap this block for now. We've, of course, have Matt Bender from Mashable, Ed Ongweso Jr. from the Tech Bubble newsletter, and David Roth from Defector. We'll be right back after these ads, which I endorse all of. I am sure that they'll all be 100% aligned
Except for the
with my
Palantir
beliefs.
one.
Yeah, the Palantir one about the death machine. That's
I endorse that.
That's an Ed Zitron ad read.
That one was programmatic.
Yeah, they got it mixed up. They did the other ad, which is me, instead of
This machine kills. Diane, I'm entering the city of Las Vegas, Nevada for the Consumer Electronics Show. This is Ed Zitron, of course, is Better Offline. We're back here at CES, and I'm joined by the wonderful Scott Stein from CNET. Scott, how you doing?
Hey, great. Hey, great. Ed, I'm burnt out is how I'm doing.
That's fine, man. I just watched 2 hours of Jensen Huang going off, so you're in good company.
Yeah.
Matt Bender, of course, from Mashable.
Great to be here.
And Mr. David Roth from Defector.
Hello.
So, actually going to start with you, Scott, because I want to talk about these X-Real glasses. Complete subject change. We can get back to Lego in a little bit, but so you've been looking at a few different smart glasses. Any of these been actually interesting or useful?
In bits. It's like the like Keurig thing. Like there are little bits that are interesting, and they're all striving to like do more, and you're trying to see where they're going to interconnect. Like X-Real, I covered them way back when they were N-Real, and they were trying to be like Magic Leap.
And what do they do though? Like, are they
right now? They're display glasses. So really, it's like a big virtual display, just flat screen,
and you connect it to your phone.
You connect it to your phone, your laptop, like anything that has standard USB video out. You know, like a DisplayPort video out. Switch breaks that, but they sell a dock now that can get around that. So you connect that, and you can play. So it's practical. The impractical part is that you have to spend several $100s, and the question is that worth it? But what impressed me about what X-Real was doing in recent years and companies like Feature is that I hadn't been following them for a few years, and the displays were getting really good, like TV quality good. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting. And now they're striving, they're partnering with Google, they're trying to do more things. So it's like, it's interesting how they super focused on one area versus trying to do everything.
But what are they trying with Google? What are they up to?
So that's basically like Project Aura, which I tried in December, is like, can we make a VR mixed reality headset thing, but shrink it on the glasses for basically the kind of same experience?
So is it screens still, or like I'm a little confused?
It's screens, it's 3D, and but the field of view is limited because it's like glasses. So it's like 50, but it feels kind of like a big TV view. And it's projected, and it was running all of the Android XR apps that run on the Samsung Galaxy XR. That's like
the
$1,800.
Vision Pro,
yeah,
competitor.
And this one, there's no price, but it's probably going to be a lot cheaper. And it has a little processor puck that you need to use. But other than that, they're regular X-Real glasses. So it's like relatively more practical. What I thought was interesting is you got like effectively a lot of the same experience and something a lot smaller that you might like stick in your bag.
Right. I mean, where was the market for these though? Like, would you use them in your day-to-day?
So I would use the display part, but the thing I want to get to that I kind of always fantasized about was like, could I get work done without a laptop? Could I like sit there and just
type away
in the little corner of CES with like my little keyboard or invisible keyboard and the glasses? That still hasn't happened. Like technically the Project Aura looks like you could do that because it runs a whole bunch of apps. But the question is how annoying that would be and at what cost. And then are you just going to default to like even the glasses? I think they're super interesting and I'll use them on flights. But then there's a point where I'm like, why don't I just use the iPad Or like, could I just look at my phone? Like, there's a part at which you go, do I really want to carry this around? Right. But I think it's, if the price dropped or it became something that did more than that. Right now it's like display glasses, and there are these other like Meta Ray-Ban and Ray-Ban alike things.
Right.
2 different products, completely unrelated. And then you're like, how many of those are you going to buy?
That's what I've covered Extrial before too, and I always thought it was interesting that they focused on the display thing. Because you come to CES and smart glasses, you can find like 20 different smart glass companies, and they all want to do something with AI and augmented reality and just the audio recording, transcription, video recording. But Xreal, I appreciated that they focused on, what if we just give you a TV in your glasses, so like when you're on long trips or something, you can just be immersed, and that's it.
Right.
The fact that you're saying they now want to, do some more things with Google, now I'm like, I feel like Xreal is losing that focus that made them stick out for me as a company that, I appreciate that they got their eye on the prize, and that's all they want to do.
Well, what's interesting is like there are parts that are practical that are interconnected, because it's like there are companies like TCL, and there's a bunch of companies that have been making these like TVs for your face, like these display glasses. But the thing that started, like Xreal backed off all that stuff, and they started doing these like very focused glasses, but they started introducing stuff in the later ones that's more practical. Like you can pin the display, which is actually useful, because if you're trying to work with these as like a monitor, it used to be that you turn and it would keep following your face, which is awful because you can't ever look in the corner of the screen. It's like you just keep turning and it keeps moving. But they started pinning it in space, so you could actually treat it like a monitor, which is practical. And then they started having transparency, so it's like you look at the display, everything is blacked out around you, but if you turn your head, everything goes transparent again. So it's like practical, but kind of a little AR-y, a little like, and I feel like what they're starting to do is like blend some of that and then be like, they had this partnership with a company called Spacetop too. They were trying to like float a lot of Windows apps.
What happened to them?
They got absorbed into becoming
very nearly
software.
a Jiminy Glick moment there for you. Like,
What happened to space? I'm like crossing my legs aggressively as well.
So, and you said that was RAR related.
I know. I don't know. I met with them last when they were debuting stuff in the spring, which was like they backed off hardware. They started pivoting to doing more software because they wanted to run it directly off laptops versus having to buy a whole separate product. But then I also feel like in a lot of ways, that's what you're saying, who's the Project Aura for? I feel like that if it runs eventually off a phone, it's got like the Samsung Project Deck stuff they've been doing for years, where it's like if you could make a thing and just carry your phone with you and carry glasses, that's more practical than carrying like a whole separate product.
I just think that they're all trying to get away from admitting that they can't do this yet.
They can't do it yet.
Yeah, I feel
not
like,
fully.
Like they're like, well, we've added Gemini. Do you like this? What is this good? Do you like Gemini?
The AI stuff is the weirdest. I mean, obviously, there's that's a whole. We're on the show. We talk about that forever. Yeah. But it's like I see it like, that need to dump stuff like that. What interests me about we're covering. I don't cover AI a lot because a lot of it I don't find that interesting, but I do find the idea of new interfaces. Could they find something new to do with it interesting? But they keep doing little party tricks versus something that's like really, really practical.
I mean, I'm a Vision Pro truther. And people do not like me for this. They're very unfair to me about this because I like the idea of like a different interface, like you said, like something you pop in the corner. And I really wanted this in the Vision Pro, and I tried way too hard. I really tried to make that shit fit into my life, and it is an embarrassing device, even when you're alone.
Yeah.
Like you just like you see yourself in it in any way, like, you've used it a lot as well.
I've used it a lot, but what I use it for are 2 particular things. If I'm alone and I have it nearby, I will work with it basically as a Mac monitor. And then I'll go, because I don't have a monitor that's that big, and I go, that's useful if I get into a flow with it. And then I'll watch movies because I don't have a TV that looks as good like that in the moment. I have an older TV. And so I like that as a personal cinema, but at that price, no. And I'll never carry it with me anywhere because
never gonna whip that baby out on the plane or something.
I can't.
I tried to watch Dune.
People keep asking if I will. I will not.
No, I had it. I watched Dune, or like half of Dune on a plane, and I got the worst migraine I've had in my life, and it kept freaking out. It was like shaking because it.
Like with the travel mode.
Yeah, it
like,
was really mad at
quirkiness?
me. There's also like I can never get it to focus right, but I love the idea. I love the idea of like a
love the idea.
pop-up screen. Like I like that a lot. Like,
Well, that's why the Aura thing was interesting because I felt like it was like, okay, let's take the practical, practical, relatively
more
practical and much lower cost of like a pair of glasses you take with you, but they're another pair of glasses, but it's like headphones for your eyes. But then like, could you do most of the Vision Pro stuff? The thing that I felt was like when I was at WWDC, I as a test, I just kind of took the X-Real 1 Pros with me and filed my stories while wearing them, which wasn't really painful at all, and it was nice because I could float the screen. It wasn't really painful at all.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. Just like that's the endorsement.
Right.
That's the endorsement.
That's the nicest thing that anyone said about a pair of these glasses.
but they actually held. But they held in there. Like I was in the heat. I floated the screen up, and I was able to watch the keynote and work. And it was like I didn't have to hunch over the laptop as much. So I was like, oh, it's interesting. And like that's something I would not ever be doing with a Vision Pro at all.
So, David,
I thought,
David, you wear glasses. Would you
I do, Ed.
Why would you? I know that this is kind of a loaded question. Why would you not use these glasses? Like, it's fine to give just like the truth.
I mean, I guess the idea of it is it's mostly a me issue. Like it's just a question of
it's
sort
okay.
of being like, if I'm going to watch TV, I'll watch it through my glasses and not,
Yeah.
upon. But this is not one of those things. There's a couple of, like red lines in terms of like technology that I'm just simply not going to be comfortable using. I'm not a young man, and there's a bunch of things that like I don't need to like. There was stuff like last year that there was like some, like it's a thing that jerks off for you, that is like it's mounted on an arm, and it's like
Oh, I thought you were talking about glasses for a second.
that would be amazing.
I was
Yeah.
like, where's that bird from?
No, but right. Yeah, I'm sorry that you didn't stick around for
XXX
at the end of the demo today. But like all of that, the idea of like the glasses thing, I feel like it could be cool.
Yeah.
I would wait until a trusted source was like, all right, it's actually cool. Like,
Yeah,
you
is
can
the
use
water
it.
fine?
Right. And I don't think I would want to use it for like recreation stuff. Like what you're talking about, the idea of just kind of like being able to watch a movie or like have it be like a non-embarrassing way to enjoy like a high quality television experience. Like that part's neat. I don't think I'd want to work on it. I don't know that like the invisible keyboard holds a great deal of appeal to me, but
I assume you'd use like a real keyboard, like the invisible keyboard. Never.
Yeah, so like most of these still use a real keyboard, and nobody's cracked like virtual typing yet.
Okay.
They keep saying that they might.
that's
No one's-
entirely based on me like seeing commercials on TV and being like, damn, look, Zuckerberg's typing on nothing.
That's a made up. Even Meta, like with the neural band, that there's no idea of even getting close to typing yet. But they do have this like handwriting on your leg thing that's going to come out. But like I don't do handwriting, and I don't know if I'll do
I have
handwriting
a
on my leg.
coordinational disability called dyspraxia, and the idea of those services working is really funny to me. Right? Like for years, I was told repeatedly, like, you have a doctor's handwriting, and I thought it was a compliment. It wasn't. it was not. It turns out I have a physical disability. But yeah, even the Meta glasses. Like actually the episode with Victoria, I tried them on. I was like, wow, these are cool, and I was like, now what? Like, because if I walked around with these, not only would I look like a bell end, which isn't a huge change, but it's just like you're just staring in the corner for the directions. It's like it's like the people making them haven't walked around as a normal person before.
right. And I think that's like the short answer to the question of like, what would it take for me to use it?
Yeah,
It's basically
yeah.
like, could I do it if I didn't have to like practice? Like, the thing I
Exactly.
can say for glasses is that I put them on every morning in I have the same user experience every single time, and all I have to do is look through the lenses and I can see things slightly better. I'm curious about, because this is something that like, I don't, cover this area. I haven't like followed it as closely. How much better is this, and how long did it take for things to get as good as they are now?
That's a good question, and
Thank you.
I feel like someone from one of the companies was like, "Why are you more interested in this now?" And I was like, "I don't know," because I feel like they started getting a little better. But it's all relative. So like I think like smartwatches following. Like I remember covering smartwatches in the world before the Apple Watch and the Google Watches emerged, and it was like everyone's striving for random stuff and crap and some interesting things. But I find those territories before something goes mainstream interesting because it's like striving for the moment that you're like the water's fine. So I feel like that's why I love covering those zones. Is it's like you see ideas being thrown against the wall, and then you're like, you get there. But now I feel like something crossed over where it's like the Meta Ray-Bans became legitimately okay to wear if you're going on like vacation. I found them to be Yeah.
No, stylistically, it's like the Roy Orbison machine. Like
I know, but I already wear Roy Orbison glasses.
You can pull them off.
That's a thing. Yeah. So I'm like, they literally are like the glasses I'm wearing now.
Yeah, I think that's like the real breakthrough is that like if you're the type of person that wears that type of frame, like the water is indeed fine.
Yeah,
the problem is solved.
If you don't like that, there are some companies doing.
If you want to do
thinner-
the zoomer wire rim things where the lenses are the exact same size as your eyes, I'm sorry, you can't check your email.
They can't.
on
The
that.
closest thing to that is like I've been testing out Even Realities, which is another company that makes the G2 glasses, and they're like more of a metal thin frame. But the only thing is that not only they weren't functioning that well on the floor here because everything interferes and stuff, but also they don't have audio, they don't do camera stuff, which also people might really like. They have a display, but only for a couple of functions, and and it goes to that like, why am I doing this? But you might not notice their glasses. So everyone's like getting to these like would I tell a friend the water's fine there? No, I'd be like, and even smartwatches now, I still feel like I'm not reviewing them so much now, but I would say like, you don't need a smartwatch. You know, it's like they never got to the point where you needed them. Yep. But I would go, okay, but if you want to get one, they're okay. You'll be okay with them. And I feel like the problem with the Ray-Bans and all these things is that you have to recharge them. So the Ray-Ban Gen 2s get up to 8 hours of battery, but it's really like 4 to 8. So at least they don't crap out at noon, but they will go down at like 3 p.m. And then you're like, I have to put them in the case to charge, so I have to bring out another pair of glasses. Yeah. So you're like, this is a broken...
You have to dual wheel to your glasses.
You have to dual wheel, so I'm always swapping glasses. But I say it to me, they're like vacation glasses more, where it's like I've been to theme parks, I record on the rides for fun because it's like no more like a GoPro on your face.
Yeah,
right. And also if you're at a super busy event like this, or you're like at an airport, like, and this is such a niche thing, but it's like someone's calling and you don't want to reach for your phone or your AirPods, but that's like that's like a ultra first world, too many gadgets problem.
Right.
But it is kind of nice to just be like, oh, I can answer them and not have to do something, but can I justify that? People who have like vision impairment or other things that I've heard about that have been using that for that is interesting, but the companies I feel are not making enough. I can't speak to the assistive landscape, but I don't think there's enough effort being made to really have deeper helpful use of that. I feel like everyone's still taking like bits and stabs at that.
Yeah, and I imagine that's part of like you have to appeal to the people that have the money and that are like trying to get you to do this stuff. And so like that, I remember that being like a big through line. Last year was the first time I'd been to CES. And I remember there were all these technologies that seemed legitimately like miraculous to me. Like for people that have very little motion, it's like a non-invasive chip that makes it possible for you to like communicate and move about. And it was really cool. But I remember like Ed and I were at Ed Ongweso were at that stand, and it was until we talked to one of the like engineering people, they were trying to sell it as some sort of like a hack for like people working at fast food places. They're like, what if you've been touching chicken and then you got to handle money? This way you don't have to do it. You can just make a series of micro gestures and that will open the cash register. And it was like, well, that's way dumber. And also
I'm making $15 an hour,
Right.
but I will go under 8 hours of surgery with a neurosurgeon, costing me $85,000.
well, this one it was not invasive, but it was the same sort of thing where it was just like, just say it's for fucking helping people, dude. Like it's not, is that so bad?
But the thing is, it's everyone. It's like one leg in one place, one leg in the other. Natural phrase there, where it's it could be an assistive device, but also regular people could use it. But we're not really going to try for either because you really kind of have to choose. Because there was the smart cane last year, which at first I wanted, I kind of may have made fun of, but it's actually like we can help people who are blind, like great stuff. Right. That was a direct, focused product for a problem. The glasses are like, do you want to record yourself making dinner and you want this, and there's assistive features too if you got something wrong with you, but it's just this weird thing where it's they want to find the next growth pig, and it's like, okay, it's going to be glasses, I fucking guess.
I mean, the main thing about wearables is like you have to actually be someone who wears the non-technological version of it first for it to speak to you. Like I don't wear glasses, whether it be prescription or sunglasses. So I wouldn't buy a smart glass product. I don't wear a watch. So I wouldn't buy a smart watch because I have no need for it.
Right.
You know, that's like the main leap for it. Like I went to a private Razer demo, the video game company.
Yeah.
And so they have a project they're working on that's a prototype that's smart headphones.
Yeah, I just saw these.
What are those?
And now, so their selling point for it is, if you aren't someone who wears glasses, there's more people who do wear headphones. Everyone listens to music, but not everyone wears sunglasses.
Right.
So they put all those smart features, except the display, because obviously it's a headset, in the headphones. So basically the headphones have this little camera on the side, and that's your AI assistant. It can you're looking at a menu, like reading like a menu at a restaurant in like Japan or something. That was the demo they showed. Then the headphones can see the Japanese writing and translate it to you in the headphones. Another thing they brought up is how smart glasses, when they do translation features, everyone in the vicinity could hear the smart glasses talk to you. Whereas the headphones, because it's in the headphone set, only you hear the AI assistant talk to you. Another thing they brought up is how, smart glasses can get hot and uncomfortable on your face. The headphones are bigger and they're not directly on your face, so they're more comfortable to wear. That was their selling point. But again, I feel like, in my opinion, the reason to use smart glasses is for specific use cases in the moment for display purposes,
right? Not
AI assistant features. But that's just because that's not my cup of tea.
Right.
But I guess if you're trying to sell a product to as many people as possible, smart headphones actually do sort of make more sense than smart glasses. It's very much in the prototype stage. They don't even have
no price.
Yeah,
they just said it would be competitive.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like, how many? It's always like, oh, you're in a foreign country. You're gonna look at a menu you don't understand. How often are you fuckers traveling?
That sort of shows the bubble they're in. Because I bet a lot of these guys, because they work for tech companies with big budgets, they probably are traveling a lot. They're probably in Japan and China.
What's the number one issue? Is it when you're in Singapore and you don't know what to eat?
That's
no
probably one of their number one issues, though. Yeah.
When your third vacation home, the nearby places just don't have anything in English, and you can't scream at the waiter until you understand. So you've got your smart headphone, and I guess, do they even sound good? I've had a Razer headset; they sound fine. I get back to the thing I was saying last chunk of this show. It's like, they're out of smart headphone. Fuck you! Make headphones that fit. None of my headphones ever fit in my fucking weird goblin ears. Everyone, that's the thing.
They're over the ear headphones. Yeah. They're not earbuds.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now they can maybe come up with a reason, because it's just okay, I can use Gemini with them or some such bullshit.
And that's the other thing too that I found with these. It just made me think about this, going on this tangent. Think about AI and glasses. There's a lot that's frustrating, but first of all, the meta stuff always feels like a weird experiment that I'm never using. And when I do, I feel like I'm playing a weird, immersive game where I'm just talking to something and I have no idea if what it's saying is correct. And then it's mostly this conversation. It really becomes like a performance art where I'm sort of what type of tree, I'll stand in my town. I'll be like, what type of tree is this? I don't know what to ask it when
That's
it's AI is it's an open door. Ask it whatever you want. I'm I don't have any idea where to start. Is this? I end up with things is that a bench? What is this? what is this? What is this shoe? And then I don't know. And then they'll say things like, you were in, a lot of it's descriptive, which could help assistive to be you're in a large room with a chair, but I don't need to know that. So it's it looks like a comfy red cushion is there and a person, and it will get things wrong, and then it'll apologize, and then it's this strange.
I love the future.
A lot of the demos,
it's a play. It's a weird performance art piece.
A lot of the demos that show off these AI features really do act like you're an alien that just came to Earth.
Yeah. That's so many. Yeah. It's just it's like they're all babies. It's what the fuck is that? That's a bus.
I mean, I feel almost all of this technology, for as long as I've been, not even, I don't write about it really, but just sort of observing it, is that a lot of it is solving problems that I consider to be just basically solved. You go to the grocery store
or just I don't walk around being if I don't know what something is, as long as it's not a creature.
The idea of it getting it wrong and then being great point. That was rather. Right. I don't know.
It goes back to if you can't really see it and you want assistance, that's interesting. If you want to read something, which maybe if you have bad vision, okay. But what am I doing? I don't trust. There's no advice it can give me. The whole there is a continuing demo in glasses about look in a pantry and get cooking advice. That is a stock demo where you're am I ever staring at a bunch of cans and asking, and then what is it going to tell me? You could make a soup with the carrots
and
the tomato.
If I'm looking at a pantry and I don't know what I want to make, I'm just the type of person who's going to go for the microwavable TV dinner.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use the AI to tell me what to make because I don't cook if I don't know what,
No,
what I'm
it's
dealing
search
with.
on my phone. Like there's a phone in your pocket. Yeah, exactly. It's also the other thing with it is that you are more than anything else shoehorned, you're funneled into using the AI, and usually it's one AI. It was like on your phone, you've got a million, or anything else, you got a million ways to check stuff, and so you're like, why am I trapped in this one? It's like I'm relying on a strange assistant friend to like do things for me, and it makes me feel kind of helpless. So I was like, I just want to go do this thing, and it's like I have to ask assistant person to kind of fumble a way to do it, and like of course you're going to take out your phone,
And they do all these like over the top convoluted features. And I just mentioned how I'm not a sunglass or eyeglass wearer, so I have no interest in the smart glasses. But I actually did, for a specific use case, look into the Meta glasses.
Yeah.
So when my kids play soccer, and when I go to a game, I would love to not be able to not have to hold my phone to record.
and that
their
makes
game.
sense.
I would love to have it on just record. But then you looked into the details of those video recordings. The Meta sunglasses can't record longer than a 30-second clip at a time.
Well, 3 minutes now. So
It's 3 minutes.
They've gone to
So-
3 minutes.
Unfortunately, those soccer games are longer
Yeah, I
than
was
3
gonna
minutes.
say.
Like we
There's no reason they should allow you to do it till the battery runs out.
like an actual good use case for it that a lot of people, parents, would go ape shit over something like that.
Yeah.
And they're spending instead of spending the time on can we make the video record longer than 3 minutes, they're spending their time on all these AI features that I can't think of any regular use case for.
I think it makes sense though if you take it from the perspective it's a tech executive. It's like, what do people do when they cook? Well, of course they walk into their pantry, which they've not been in some time, and they go, "What the fuck is all this? What? Why are the tomatoes in a can?" Usually, someone brings these.
How do
to
I get
me.
them out?
Yeah, just like banging it, just banging it against something,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh,
Alexa, free these tomatoes.
Jim and I break open the can." No, but it's also like, okay, how long will they need to do clips for? Well, what do children do? TikToks, 30. They're 30 seconds. That's enough.
I mean,
Yeah,
that does
it is.
speak
It's
to
Instagram focused.
how much time these tech executives probably spend with their
Yeah,
kids.
exactly.
Have they ever attended one of their kids' soccer games? I mean,
how long do I spend with them?
No one records a video for longer than 30 seconds.
It's one
gonna
soccer
go on
game, Michael.
Instagram.
How long could it last?
Yeah. What are you, a monster making a 10-minute video?
3 minutes, and then I've got a call, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's also like these glasses do not and this is the thing I was interested about with Google, with Project Aura, is that they're trying to connect with your phone. Like the other part of this is that these things don't even do all the things to connect with your phone that you would expect to. There's a lot of broken paths where it's like, whether it's like Siri, as much as you might not like Siri or Gemini or anything else, you're used to like earbuds on your phone doing some basic things that connect. These break that path. These will have another thing because you're dealing with Meta AI. And it's like the old days of smartwatches where like the hook-ins are like, oh, it's got one thing for this, but not that. And this doesn't do that thing. And so you have to like discover like a puzzle because none of the phone companies have opened up good paths. It's also frustrating on that end. But that's like, how do you even, if you don't get to the point where you can at least work with the phone that you got, that's a big problem. Like it needs to do at least everything that you want. Even on the Samsung Galaxy XR, the AI was like, that Gemini Live thing was kind of interesting in that it could see everything in the room in your screens. But then I would ask it to like close an app, and it was like, okay, to do that, move an arrow over to the
Hell
X
yeah.
and close it. And I was like, you're telling me how to close the app? You're what am I
You're in
doing
there
here?
already, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're right there.
It's not like, it's more like they're testing it than they have an idea of what you should be doing with this. It's like if I go to a restaurant, I want a menu of like interesting things that you're going to tell me, like,
Yeah.
well, what are my choices? And here it's like in the AI land, it's like, what do you want in our magic kitchen? And it's like, I don't even know. Don't give me choice paralysis. I'm like, what? And then you ask, and then sure enough, it can't do some of those things. So it's like, why did you ask me? I get mad. I'm like, just give me a menu of like 5 options.
No, I've been saying for a while, it's like, you know what AI would be useful for? Getting through all the fucking menus they've added to my goddamn phone. The 100 different options in the settings part
Right.
of my iPhone that is now like one part. It's like, do you need to subscribe to Apple Music? Like, I'm already subscribed. I'm already a pay pig. You've already got me, Tim. And it's just like, no, we can't close the menu. But what if we looked in your pantry and came up with an idea? Maybe. And it's just, does it work every time? God, no. No. We don't do that here. We guess ish. And I don't know. I wonder. I don't think they'll talk to me for many reasons, but I kind of want to just grab one of them and scream. I mean, just talk to one of them and say, "Have you ever existed? Like, what does your day look like?" Because, like, I don't know. When I cook, I like go and see what's in the fridge. It's like, oh, it's a challenge. It's like a little like, oh, okay, I'll work out what the fuck I'm going to put together with whatever, like the 18 Diet Cokes and the 3 pieces of old meat in there. Like, oh, get some seasoning and just eat them raw. But it's like that's part of being a human. It's like, what if we remove the friction? Well, not really the friction. What if we added friction, but an idea? It's just very sad. It's just sad. It's sad. Right.
Well, it feels like like many things, AI is forcing the hand and kind of ruining the landscape. It reminds me of like, among many things in the metaverse, I thought it was interesting following the philosophy of the metaverse. Like I'm going to say, I thought the ideas in the metaverse were interesting, but then you could see it turning, overhyping, cryptoifying, becoming whatever, and nobody knew what the hell it was, and everything became this hype cycle, and it blew out. And I feel like AI is in that space where it's like, beyond other things, everyone's so rushing that nobody's thinking about any philosophical ideas that are important. But the point is that glasses now feel like a place where all that AI hype is being forced in fast, as opposed to like, how are you going to use these on like a design area? VR, for all the people would shit on it, I do admire thinking back that like VR headsets, you could really do a lot of things in them in terms of knowing how to navigate them. And glasses are just like, oh, they're going to be in your life, but nobody's really come up with any interface. Even the Orion things were like,
and that's like the $10,000 Meta ones,
the
right?
one that doesn't, the one that doesn't exist yet. But like even like on Ray-Ban displays, all of a sudden you're just swiping through apps, and I'm like, nobody came up with a better way to do that, because it's like, I don't want to swipe.
There's something kind of sad about that. Like the idea of just being like, it's just another way to jam you into our stack of shit.
The future is just swipe.
That you're going to be spending all of, like whatever, our interface versus the other interface versus whatever.
You want to have like some new idea. Like it doesn't have to be like a new idea for new idea's sake, but it's like, could it be less annoying than other stuff?
Right.
And if it's not, so I feel like nobody has really solved that yet. I'm curious if it'll happen. That's why I love covering this. It's just curious.
All right, we're going to wrap this 30-minute bit for now. Matt Binder from Mashable, of course, joining us. We've got Scott Stein from CNET, and of course, David Roth of Defector.
Of course.
And I'm Ed Zitron, and this next ad is from Gulpo, the cola that burns. So please buy Gulpo. And we're back, brought to you by Gulpo, the cola that burns. This is the CES Experience Better Offline. I'm your host, Ed Zitron. I'm joined by Matt Binder from Mashable.
Hello.
Scott Stein from CNET.
Hi.
And, of course, David Roth from Defector.
Hello.
And we were just talking about PepCom, which is a show that I can't remember if that's Showstoppers or PepCom they wouldn't let me into.
They're all very similar. So the media days, before even CES officially opens to the public, there's the first 3 nights of CES, there's like this big like exhibition type event.
Right.
First night's Unveiled, second night's PepCom, third night is Showstoppers. And basically these companies, a lot of them smaller tech startups, basically use these as an opportunity to get some attention, because no one really seeks these companies out in advance, because no one knows who the fuck they are before they get to CES and see them.
Yep.
Last year, for example, the big winner at Unveiled, and I covered it, I think I even spoke about it on this show last year, was the salt spoon.
Yeah, I saw the salt spoon.
And we got very sarcastic, and it turned out to actually be very useful for specific people.
Yeah, but like it was, for people who don't know, it was a spoon that basically, for people who couldn't eat foods with salt or
they
high
have
in
like
salt,
a high sodium situation.
Instead of just being stuck eating plain foods, they take a scoop of their soup with no salt, and the spoon sent like a zap that you can't feel into the spoon, which like lights up your taste buds and makes it, and like tricks your tongue into thinking the food tastes salty. And it worked. I tried it out. I was pretty shocked that it worked, but it worked. And that's an example of sort of the weird type of stuff you could find at these like CES exhibition type shows.
Yeah, have you seen anything weird and Unveiled at all? Yeah.
There was a chess playing robot, and you wonder, like, what's the market for that? Like,
Yeah,
who's
like,
gonna buy?
You can walk into any park in New York and find 7 old men to play you at
for
chess.
free? Yeah, for free.
Well, no, they will hustle.
Yeah,
though, okay? It's just like, they're just like, yeah, sit down, young blood. I'm gonna
The chess playing robot has not had nearly as interesting a life as whoever the guy that was at Danamora for 22 years and then takes $50 from you over the course of a few games of chess.
It's also like there are so many programs to play chess. Like, why would you need the actual robot?
chess.com.
Like, why does there?
Yeah, it's people don't know. Like you just mentioned, yeah,
It's on
obviously
Windows 3.1.
Right.
Why is this happening?
You play against the robot regularly on your computer. No, this is a physical chessboard with a robot that sits on the other side of you and physically like has a claw that comes down and moves the pieces.
Wow.
Which is weird because I've seen technological like chess sets that basically have like a mechanism underneath the board
Yeah,
right.
that just like slides the piece, which seems, I mean, if you absolutely need a physical robotic chessboard, that seems like the more practical version than having this.
Was it like a humanoid? Was it just an arm?
It was like a BB-8 size robot sitting across from you with a mechanical arm that was moving the chess
Why?
pieces. Yeah, and it was sort of like, first of all, like this looks very expensive. So I don't know who you're going to sell this to. I guess people who want to show off their robot playing chess. Yeah, I mean,
That's
This
a great
has
thing.
thing that would be in Drake's home. Like, it's not like.
All right, we already
it
went
doesn't say-
over
you're not-
Grok's LLM.
You're not doing great if you have this product.
A bespoke chess robot.
Hey, check this out. I don't care. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
Look, it really. How fast was it? Really slow as well. Please tell me it was really slow.
it wasn't very slow.
No, that's
it was,
real-
it
I
was
was-
a normal speed.
No, that's if I want one of those, I want it to be like really fucking like just barely like it takes like half a minute.
Yeah.
Or like an arcade claw machine, and it sometimes just drops the piece, like just randomly.
Ruins the whole board.
I love this. Did you talk to them at all? Because I have way more questions for them than anyone else so far.
I did it because I thought that I looked at it and I was like, I thought of the chess those chess boards that have the mechanism underneath them. I was like, what is the point of this? I don't know. I should have. Maybe if I see them again, I'll inquire more for you.
Yeah, please do. I must know. But anything else weird? Like,
There was this thing that like I don't even know how to explain it. It was like I just saw it in motion. It was like this this almost like a roller type thing that you would lay down and it rolls under your back. I guess it's
Ooh.
like to give you a massage or
that
something.
actually sounds
Yeah.
pretty like a foam roller situation.
It was weird looking though, because like if you know, like in like cartoons when they go down like one of those like slides that have like the up and down things,
Yeah.
and the cartoon like body goes like
Yeah.
in a way that your back can't go. This thing was like making it look like cartoon people, the way their backs were contorting.
Yeah.
I wanted to try it, but there was a pretty long line for it.
I love that.
I think one of our colleagues, Bridget, did a demo of that and was talking about it afterwards. And I was like, oh.
Is it like meant to like give you like to fix your back? Like, I didn't really get.
I think she found it fine. Yeah, I think she found it okay.
That's the endorsement I want.
Yeah.
CES.
CES.
It was
I
fine.
think it was fine.
Well, I mean, a lot of that stuff that I remember seeing last year, a lot of the sort of like robotic assistant things, like it seemed like basically like the best you could hope for from it is like I did not experience whiplash from
Right.
sitting in this gaming chair that moves at its own like accord or whatever.
No physical damage is a win.
My
Right.
spine
The show.
functions fine.
The
Yeah.
robot did not harm me. If you want to put that on the poster, you can. Like,
We have a
it's just
colleague
like-
wearing an exoskeleton walking around.
Robert Evans has one of those too.
I know. And I'm
How's
like,
it going?
I think he likes it. He actually got it for real therapeutic purposes.
Oh, cool.
For like his hip or something. But it's fascinating. I was like, we're at the show where I see people casually wearing exoskeletons or whatever you would call them. Like, and I think someone else is testing out one. I had a really hard time at Unveiled finding weird tech, and that's actually my judging zone. I was supposed to look
Yeah.
for weird tech. I had a sort of existential crisis where I wandered around trying. That's also hard. Like maybe if you try to find it, it doesn't find you.
I thought the same thing, and I think what happened this year was usually the weird tech is very visually appealing.
Yes, there were no visually appealing.
Amateur
Yes.
hour. You need to go to the
Yes.
corner of the convention center into like the Shenzhen Zhao Corporation.
Right, that's on the floor,
where
yeah.
it's like cameras, batteries, dildos.
Yeah.
Every time it's like this
That's the
18
spot.
word long thing, and it has like it's just a printed white piece of paper.
So visually unappealing how? Like what did it
Yeah.
just kind of like featureless?
Yeah, so usually when we go to these things, we have a video team that comes with us, and we try to find things that will basically translate on video. Like someone will see the thumbnail or a clip as they're scrolling by and be like, "Oh, this looks really
Like, damn, I got to see that thing play chess.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like, there really wasn't much of that
weren't
this
a lot.
year in terms of visually. Like, you know, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, and this is another thing I wanted to bring up. So there's a lot of I noticed a lot of like baby related tech, but to me, I'm thinking like a lot of this stuff is for like very small like newborns.
Yeah.
and you're gonna like spend this money on something that's
Like
gonna,
what?
gonna last you like maybe 6 months.
Right.
So there was one thing, I don't remember the name of the device, but it's this monitor that goes on your baby's ankle. That
Owlet?
no, it was a different company. I can't
That
even
might be a
remember.
Pokemon.
But no, Owlet is a company that makes baby stuff. Yes, no, you're not wrong. But it's an ankle monitor for babies that track their alcohol intake. No, I'm just
Off the car, deactivates the car so they can't drive.
no, but it tracks their heartbeat, and the point of it.
And that's useful. Like this is like the set, like
Well, the way-
SIDS and such.
No, the way they were selling it was so parents know when the optimal time is to place your baby in the crib so they don't wake up.
Nice. Baby hacking.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes. So it I guess it tracks their heart rate, and the optimal heart rate, I guess, when they're in a deep sleep, it lights up a certain color, and that's when the optimal time is to put your baby down.
Psychotic.
And like I wouldn't buy something like that to put. I wouldn't put an ankle monitor on my baby, but I
Right.
could see if you're a desperate parent who's having trouble there, maybe you would look into that solution. But also, like, unless it's priced very cheaply, I can't imagine buying something that you're going to use for just a few months.
This sounds like something someone who remembers having kids built. Like someone who's like, yeah, you know, fuck, what my baby do? It's crying. It's fucking.
Yeah. I mean, it is like definitely an experience that, I mean, I'm not a man of child
yeah.
personally, but it is
I
like,
ain't a man, a child.
but I'm just saying I'm an active uncle. You know, I'm a very engaged uncle. But it is
Professional uncle.
But it is one of those things. I'm a chopped unk, and I'm not afraid to come on here and talk as such.
No cap.
Actually, now that you bring that up, this does sound like a device that the uncle would buy at Christmas time or something like that.
This is Uncle Tech.
Yes.
I heard these things don't like to sleep, so I got you a thing that will tell you when it's asleep.
You can maximize your baby.
Yeah, but-
You're like, what does that mean?
Hey, I hear your baby maxing.
It's supposed to be good.
It is funny though, like the idea. I mean, like it's as funny, and it is very funny to me. The idea of being like, you must optimize your toddler, like that's funny to me. But it's also like it's a reflection of who is like funding this shit and who is coming up with these ideas, like. In terms of what is the experience that you would want the most from your baby. And it's like, you want them to be healthy, you want them to be happy, you want them to sleep. But then there's this other element where it's like, and you must excel as like a parent. And like,
I think what it is like the venture capitalists, and this is not necessarily like their fault, I guess, but like a venture capitalist is by definition probably pretty well off. So they probably have like a lot more parental support. I feel like if you're funding baby tech, you should go and just talk to the most stressed baby owner. I have a kid. I really shouldn't be like baby owners if I don't have one. But
well, this was something
much older now.
I kept thinking about last year. Is like, where is the consumer in the consumer electronics show a lot of the time?
Yeah.
And there were devices that, and the stuff I remember from the floor most fondly last year were like old-fashioned American inventions with a technological aspect. It was like, it's a dog door that opens because your dog collar has a chip in it. So it recognizes that it's your dog and it's not letting in a raccoon or a prowler or whatever. And like, that's not, you know, groundbreaking, but it's like, all right, cool. Like, I get it. Like, this is a machine that sits on your counter. It makes soft serve ice cream. Sick. Fuck me up. My kitchen is way too small to have that, but it would be great if it worked.
We like ice cream.
But yes, you could see where the consumer is and all of that. And then the ones that always kind of blew me away were like beyond the stuff that's just like kind of junk or like white label or just over abstracted.
Yeah.
Is the stuff like this where it's like you have this miraculous technical capacity and no sense of what an ordinary person might use it for. And you clearly didn't ask. Like you never tried to get that.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like, have you talked to a parent? I don't mean a fucking parent clearing $250,000 a year. I mean like a fucking parent who has got 2 children and a part-time job and is fucking suffering. Because the Owlet sock is like useful because it can like monitor the baby, make sure that sudden infant death syndrome doesn't happen, like monitor heart rate and breathing and such like useful things to make sure your kid is alive. Like very meaningful stuff. It's only for 6 months, but man, you really want to make sure they're alive for all of the months, ideally. But it's like there's a real thing, but it's just like, yeah, great, you can make sure your baby's heart rate. No, you put the kid down when it fucking is ready. Like when the kid is ready to sleep and you just fucking sit there and go, fuck it, just please just go to fucking sleep. Please don't do this to me, please. Matt, you've got kids.
Yes, yeah. I got
kind of learn.
I got three, but each one of them was different about the sleep thing. But I can't imagine using the thing that on any of them simply because like. Is there really even an optimal time? Like,
so was this an ankle monitor?
It goes. You strap it on their leg, like around their ankle, and it's like a circular device, and it lights up red when it's definitely not time.
It lights up on their leg.
Yes, and then
what the fuck?
And then lights up green when it's almost time, when they're drifting off to sleep.
Can I just be clear? You're talking about attaching a flashing light to a newborn's ankle.
Yes.
And newborns, my distinct experience from newborns is that sock just fucking comes off all the time.
Right.
So you're like giving a flashing light to a baby?
You got to really clamp it on there.
No, but like,
you got to get it on tight.
You don't think the baby's going to see the flashing light, one of the only things it can recognize?
In the complete darkness, too. Yeah.
And be like, just fuck with it constantly because that's what a new...
I want one of those for like my 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Just to kind of be like, how you doing?
Yeah, mate.
Can I monitor your ankle?
Yeah. Is that cool? Is
that
it all right if I get a push alert to
For
my
our whole
phone that
family.
lets me know if you're actually sleeping or not?
We could all have ankle monitors.
No talking to the
17
child.
and 12. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And when you think about what the problems are, it's like they're emotional, so tech really can't fix that. They can add to them if you'd like. If you'd like the more problems, the social network apps will help with that.
Well, this is an interesting thing too. Is like the over monitoring versus like personal experience. Like we didn't use a lot of tech raising our kids, but other than iPads, but like there's like personal experience. It's like, do you want something to tell you how to cook, or do you want to just like mess around with trying to see what cooks well and what burns, and then you get natural experience that kind of gets ingrained, and you go, oh, I know because I've been doing it over time. That's like parenting. You're like, I begin to get a general feel and sense of that kid and their behavior. It just happens. It happens when you pay attention.
Right.
And that's the thing, like, I don't talk much about my kid on the show because I have a lot of people who listen to him and I want to keep him, it's his world. But it's like, yeah, you learn from your child what their habits are when they are sleepy.
Right.
When they will tell you, I'm not tired. You're going to sleep. You're going to fall asleep in 2 fucking minutes, brother. You're going to get in that bed. It's nice and cozy. You're going to go right to sleep.
This is where the category error that we're talking about here, where it's just like fundamentally being like, do you want your phone to solve this thing that is like, not your work, like not your commute, like the shit that like you have to do so that you can afford the other stuff. It's like, do you want us to take the experience, like the actual pleasurable part of being alive? Like, and for me, like as like a, again, we don't have kids, so we can afford to like make dinner most nights, like me and my wife, like that is like really fucking precious time to me. I think about it, like we go in with a game plan. We enjoy like working and cooking together. We're not exactly being like behind you, chef, like as we move through our shitty little kitchen, but we're like closer than is probably, healthy. But the idea of like replacing that with being like, I'm just going to like let my phone either tell me what to do, or eventually, this was like the big promise of a lot of the smart home shit last year, was like, just my house will do it. Like they'll make the coffee for me. It's like making coffee is really important to me, actually. Like that is part of how I remember that I'm a human before I like get on my computer and get really upset about shit all day long, Like,
and it's like they don't solve the actual things which are annoying. Like I love my dinner with my girlfriend. It's nice. It's an experience together. It's something you do. I fucking hate laundry and cleaning, and they've barely fucking got. Like they've been. I think, Scott, how long have you been going to CES? Like
it has been a long, long time. So I went to my first CES for work purposes, probably 2004.
Okay, how many times? How many times have you seen the laundry robot?
Oh, there have been so
the same
many.
fucking one
with the folding the laundry,
the folding robot. Like I think over a decade. There is one company that just every year is like, this is the fucking year, folks.
There's one laundry company probably, but there's a few companies, and I haven't been going anywhere near as long as you.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I think this is either year 4 or 5 for me. But I've already noticed there's companies that I feel like literally just exist to go to CES. Like they don't ever put anything out. They always bring the same or a similar product, and year after year, it's the same thing. And it's like, first of all, where are you getting the like? I don't know how much it costs to show up and with a booth at CES, but I'm guessing it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
The computer, the money laundering show.
I have notes for CES Unveiled, like things like that. Here's my note for it based on what I saw yesterday. It made me think about, I was a judge at MIT Reality Hack last year, which was actually really interesting because it's like, it was a lot of students pitching random projects that involved like AR and XR. Mm-hmm. And you basically went around to a lot of tables and you had 5 minutes with each one and they had to come up with a pitch. And it was like, okay, like, I don't know what it could be, but it's like, we did this thing. We're going to come up with it. We're going to get you experience it, get to understand it. It's like, and it's like speed dating. But a show like Unveiled is not speed dating. It's literally just find your way. If they made it, I don't think I'd want it to be a speed dating, but like you have a bunch of tables and if they're not, like you say, if they're not perfectly clear and grabby and they have a headline, there were a lot of companies that was like Mercamio Ma, and it's like, okay, there's like, it's just an empty table with like an item on it. And then it's like, is the game that I'm supposed to talk to you and retrieve the information? I'm like, I can't right now. Like, and I'm not into that game right now. And so I felt the pitches were not clear. A lot of companies, it also is like it could be international or whatever else, but it's like, maybe they're looking for components or things, but this is a more media focused thing on Unveiled.
And they pay extra for this, don't they?
Yeah. And so you go, why am I looking at that? I just don't have time and it's overstuffed with too many things. So, and plus there are no, like, it's not like a grocery store where you're like, here's the baking stuff, here's the meats. Like, I would like if they made categories where it's like the emotional robots that were like 5 of them.
It's just aisle 100, aisle 200, aisle 300.
There were moments last year
like
before I realized that was true.
Throughout. Yeah.
I kept walking through and being like, oh, I'm in the, like, this is the sex apps. This is the, like, weird.
Right.
But, like, no, the sex apps
zones
are everywhere. They're all over the fucking place. And, like, ditto for the one bit that seemed actually coherent, I remember, was in like one of the basements last year that was like kind of the Hall of Nations. And so you would be going through and it's just here's like the Netherlands wants to talk to you about what it does.
Yeah, there's the French zone.
But it's the only bit that felt organized at all.
But what's interesting
about
that,
Unveiled is so scattershot. Yeah, that press event. Yeah.
Whenever I go down to the nation thing, what I actually usually get like a little bit angry about it. 'Cause it's like, damn, this is like countries that actually support their startup companies with funding, because that's why they're there representing their country. Right. And there's like no United States section because the US doesn't do that.
Hey, that's the fucking show.
What do you think this is?
No, they usually have like a US government section though. There's like
but it's just like this is what the post office is doing.
It's the Department of Commerce.
Yeah. But it's not like
CIA. Oh, if there was a CIA one. I'd be,
that's the Palantir.
Right, I was gonna say
I would go down to the CIA both. Hey, what happened with JFK? You do that? Was that FBI?
Was that us? Hot damn.
What do you do? I just watch the X-Files, mate. Like you do that shit. I think I could probably get killed at that booth 100% within 5. Just asking annoying questions.
It is one bit, just to go back to what Scott said, that like it's funny, and I remember this experience again, like just because I haven't been on the floors this year. I felt last year both like heartened and a little bit embarrassed by how much like a little bit of oaf mode curb appeal, like showmanship would like win me over. Like the reason I knew about that dog door was that they had made it out of some metal substance that they had, like whatever, perfectly calibrated themselves. And there was a big mallet that you could swing and hit it into the door and it never dented.
Yeah.
And so the reason I found it was that like I was walking around with Jesse Farrar and we were like, what is that loud noise? And then just like a pair of dogs off leash wandered over and we're like, what does this do? And like it was something I really liked learning about it. Like I found the people very pleasing, conversationalists. But it was 100% something that I found because I was like,
it's the visually
and that's why we're
appealing
here.
factor.
Exactly that.
This is why we're here. It's like, this is why it's a physical show. It's like, there's the internet. Like, there's information everywhere. You could always be looking up stuff. But what people are here, you should be, like, it goes back to that science fair type thing. It's like, you got to come up with if you're going to be here, you got to come up with an interesting pitch. Like, don't do a stupid one, but do like try to get something to catch our attention and explain it, because that's the whole point.
Around?
What's that?
Were the dogs just walking?
No, Jesse and I were the dogs in this scenario.
What was interesting about you bringing up, we were talking about just 2 seconds ago, the how nothing is like, the layout is not planned in like categories. Yeah. What I'm dying to know if they do it again this year, if there's even enough companies to fill it out. But last year, There was one section, and I brought it up on the show too, and I thought it was so funny. There was a Web 3 section, and it was like, oh, these companies are now so embarrassing. We want like them off to the side,
like behind a curtain.
We want them all in a specific section where they can be avoided. And it was like there was no like straight up crypto or blockchain companies, but they were still these companies that believed in like the promise of, without using the word NFT, the promise of like the digital ownership of things and the metaverse type stuff. And they actually did create a Web3 section that actually said the Web3 like arena or something. And it was like, there's no reason to do that unless you want people to know where they can actively avoid if they don't want that.
Yeah.
Or like the 5 perverts that need to go there.
Right. I feel like you're keeping everybody away from everybody else in the way that there's people that are like, I don't want to know. I don't have a fucking dog and I don't need a dog door. What I need is a picture of a dog that lives on the blockchain that's on my phone that I have most of my savings invested in.
A collection of
Where
dogs.
are those guys? Yeah.
The dog simulacra section.
Yeah.
Of CES.
It takes all kinds.
I don't.
It's a big market.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's...
There's supposed to be a holographic fish tank here. One of my colleagues...
What? Okay, what the fuck?
I'm actually trying to find...
What does that mean?
I don't know, but my colleague said we were trying to look for weird tech. We've actually been on the hunt, and we said... There's a holographic fish tank, and I said, I'm in.
Okay,
and apparently
Ed
it's
asked you
not
for
here.
weird tech. How did it take you this long to bring it up?
I want other people to talk.
Oh, the
But
fish
Let me
holograms?
tell you, I don't know. I want there to be. I want to believe. It's in the Web3 area.
Mulder, there's no such thing. There's no
Holographic-
such thing as a holographic fish,
It's
Mulder.
NFT fish in the tank. I don't know what it is, but I do think. The other thing is that last night, we're talking about weird tech. The thing that people had said to me, what caught their eye, but I didn't see it. This doesn't sound that weird. Was a vibrating knife.
Oh, I saw the vibrating
ultrasonic
knife.
I didn't get to
Vibra
use
blade?
it. Yeah, ultrasonic.
It was apparently a knife you just like lightly hold over
Ultrasonic, yeah.
over the vegetable or whatever you're trying to cut.
And it just
and then
melts
just like like barely any pressure and it just goes right through. It just wasn't visually appealing enough
No,
for me.
I saw a knife and I skipped, and I thought it already existed because I don't cover that beat. And I was like, it's probably the same vibrating knife that they had last year with a new
It's just
feature.
a vibroblade.
Tell me another one.
Right, and
Isn't this a Star Wars thing?
or like William Gibson novels. Yeah, I feel like there's like it feels like a cyberpunk.
And when I'm thinking of tech I want, I'm reading William Gibson. It's like
Maybe it was in his was it in his
the
book?
Torment Nexus
Yeah.
section.
So you're telling me you've created it. That's really interesting.
the cyberpunk sprawl part.
Yeah,
of it.
it's so good. It's so good that I'm obsessed with this holographic fish tank. I'm gonna fuck it.
I know. Can we put out an APB and just say if you are making a
If you're-
holographic fish tank,
if
tell
you're-
us where it is.
I know
Yeah.
everybody was getting your ass for not bringing it up. I think it's very ethical that if you yourself have not
Yeah.
seen the holographic fish tank, you would sound weird if you were like, I've heard tell of the holographic fish tank around. Like, you gotta, I need to
legend.
know that you saw it. Like,
Yeah.
to get a description of it.
I need
true.
to know.
That's true.
I exactly. I need to see it myself. But then the other thing I saw there on the floor that but apparently it already existed because again I'm not looking at massage chair tech. But there was someone sitting in one of those giant moving massage chairs that was like they looked like a transformer. Like they lifted their arm and the arm was coming with them and the leg was moving with them. But then I brought that up to people and they were like, that's already been here. And I was like, okay, well that interested me. The man trapped
It
in
was
a,
called like the best massage body's friend or something like
they
that.
were just moving, but it was like you almost like you couldn't escape. It was like as they were moving, the chair pieces would move still with their arms. And
I think I saw that.
I was like, that's interesting. Cyber sofa.
I love
massage
those
man.
I love the massage chairs. It's the greatest scam at CES.
Fine.
Every so often you
Pods.
run into someone who's like, I just got the best deal on the massage chair. It's like, no, you did not.
Yeah.
You just got scammed. No, it's like, have you not heard about the scam?
No, I haven't.
So
actually.
they have these lines of massage chairs, and they're like, I'll cut you a special deal. They're not cutting you a special
At
deal.
CES they do that?
CES. If you walk
Really?
around the main convention center, there's usually a
I
very
didn't know that they were even trying to sell them.
there's a very sad section where you see like the CES, like the guys who have been here 25 since it was called like Comdex, like the people have been here forever, and they're sitting in this chair just fucking just the only time I get away from my wife and kids, just sit in the fucking chair all day. I sell software, man. I just want to die, and they just sit in these chairs. But those people are not buying them. They just know you can scam. But no, every few years I run into someone's like, I just got the best deal. It's like I paid $7,000 for 2 chairs, and I'm like, yeah, the RRP is $1,000 each. You got fucking scammed. It's like this Alibaba chair situation that massages you.
I did not know this was going on.
It's beautiful. You know what? It's part of the Vegas experience, being like swindled by.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know that a lot. I don't want to say a lot, but there are companies that show up and like you could see on like the banners they have around their booth. They go like, "Oh, ask us about our CES only special deal or whatever."
Yeah.
And I'm here as media, so I would never spend any money like that. But I mean, it always seems like, is it really the best deal?
It's not. You're in Las fucking Vegas.
Right.
You think you're getting a deal here? You're getting dealt.
I also like the idea of you're walking through the like air purifier section where there's 50 identical products and you being like, this is the one. Like, do you take Venmo?
I did
like, it's just like
one year I had a bit where I just lifted up stuff and asked if I could have it. And they really didn't like that, like especially with the TVs. I just like lift up, can I have this? And they looked at me and paused and went, no. It's just like, no. Sure. Yeah, they don't
I'm
let
amazed
you
it wasn't bolted down.
No,
Like, exactly.
I'm pretty sure they do now.
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
what
no.
the fuck was I going to do? You think
Yeah.
there's going to be a ghost like just walking out,
running away with the TV.
make your escape through the.
Yeah, if you can get it out the door, you can keep it. That should be the rule. They should let. They should. Is there swag? Is there any swag you saw?
I mean, on the show floor, usually not, but a lot of these companies, when they see media, they want to, especially the smaller like startups.
Yeah, they will
They want you to
want to
like
give out
review
things.
it. Like so they'll just like
They'll come back later and there's a thing for you. and
I
I'll
think
just
I
kind
have
of-
an aura to me. No one ever offers me anything like that.
But
Sir, you can't have this.
the thing I noticed this year though, and this happened to me a few times, was they almost seem more interested in content creators now than like
100%.
journalists.
Yeah,
100%.
Like someone actually said to me like, "Oh,
yeah.
what do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a reporter for," and they were like, "Where are you based out of?" And I was like, "New York." And like, "Oh, maybe you could be our content creator from New York."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I just said I'm a journalist."
Right. No, I've got a real job. So yeah, but the
Content creator.
You see that at like at all the conferences where it's like there's been two different tracks, but also like a lot of stuff. I feel like tech companies have clearly been pushing that focus to like the content creator influencer path. I mean, a lot of it overlaps, but like it's a very different track. And then they're like, that's the primary
They just
thing.
mean a guy. They just mean SpawnCon without the spawn.
yeah, I imagine that there's probably a lot of that of like people that like are on TikTok and are like, check out all these crazy things I saw or whatever.
it's-
yeah.
Right. They just want to listen video.
And the thing is, I love getting free shit, but I'm not changing my opinion at all.
Oh, right, of course. No, that's the thing. It's you know, if you want to review, I'm happy to review it if I'm interested in the product and I think it's interesting or cool. But if it doesn't work or something's wrong or there are negatives, I'm going to be truthful about it. Just like I'll be truthful if I think it's cool and works.
Yeah.
You know, one interesting thing was one company actually said to me, like when they asked where what my outlet was, and I said Mashable, and they were like, "Oh, what's the social media for it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a website, Mashable.com." And they immediately pulled up their YouTube app on their phone and was like, "Let me see how many subscribers your YouTube channel has."
Oh wow! Right
Oh
in
my
your
God.
face.
And then they saw it and they were like, "Oh, And, like,
Okay.
so like that's the example. I'm like of what we're dealing with now in terms of like content creators mean more to these companies now
Right.
than actual outlets. They didn't even respond to the website. They didn't even bring
thing-
up their Safari and went to Mashable.com.
It always makes me sad when people say like, "Oh, I've seen your." It's nice to say, "Oh, I've seen all your videos," but I'm like, "Do you read any?" I write articles, and
Yeah.
they're just like, "Huh?" They're
I
like,
don't do that.
Let's skip that. What you just said. I don't want to hear that part.
So as we come to the end of this 30, I'm going to say, Matt Binder, you've been joining us from Mashable, of course. Thank you for being here.
Always a pleasure.
And of course, Scott Stein from CNET.
Hey, thank you. It's
Thank
great.
you for being here. And David Roth from Defector. You're going to be here for a couple more.
6 more.
And this
doing it.
and this next ad is just for birds.
Nice.
Just try them today,
They're
I guess.
super.
I love
Birds. Whatever comes next, I think it's for birds. Welcome back to the Better Offline CES experience. I'm, of course, your host, Ed Zitron, and now I'm joined by, of course, David Roth of Defector.
Hello.
Ed Ongweso Jr. of the Tech Bubble newsletter.
Hello.
And Lisa Eadicicco of CNN. Thanks for joining us, Lisa.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So, you saw a trifold Samsung Galaxy phone, and the listeners got mad at me last time for being excited about something. What do you little pigs want? What do you want from me? But yeah, so you've seen the trifold. What
Yes.
was it like?
It was really cool, but I think my biggest criticism of it was that it didn't really provide a compelling reason to want this bigger screen that folds up and fits into your pocket. It's really cool when you hold it, like you open it up kind of like a brochure or a pamphlet. It, has 2 folds, so you open it. It folds into 3s.
Right.
And then when it's open, it's a really slim tablet. But then it's just, it kind of feels like the Fold Plus in a way. Like I feel like you can get a similar experience with the Z Fold, which already exists. So that said, I only had a few minutes with it.
How
of course.
big was it though? Like what was it, like 10 inches, I guess, at that point?
Yeah, so it's 10 inches. So it's more like the size of an iPad when it's open, slightly smaller than like an iPad Air. And then the Z Fold is more closer to the size of like an iPad mini when it's open. So that's kind of the difference. And then when it's closed, it's, I think the screen is 6.5 inches. I would have to double check that. But, the size of a Plus phone or a Pro Max phone, whatever.
Did they give you a price?
No, they didn't say pricing yet.
Hey, that thing's going to be $2,500. Like,
it's good. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. I mean, the Z Fold 7's already like $2,000.
Really?
So, yeah.
I can't be mad. See, this is the thing. This is my weak point. I'm going to get so many emails. People got so legitimately. People got really upset at me when Lisa was on because I was like, I like the idea, and then like, Ed, you need to hate everything. I'm full of joy and
You
love.
can like things sometimes.
No,
you can have opinions.
they won't allow me. They won't. They're very
I don't want Ed to have his screen time.
No,
Trying to take it away from you.
Make me read more books. No, but I kind of like that they're doing something. Like I love the idea of a giant foldable. I'm a freak, I guess, but it's like, it's sad they haven't, when you say it isn't like they haven't thought through why you'd need it, what do you mean exactly?
I was kind of hoping that the software would do something a little different and interesting.
Right.
But that said, to your point, I'm happy that Samsung's doing something because they have been showing these concepts for years of different kinds of foldables that fold in funky, weird ways. And they keep saying, yeah, we're working on something. And then we just had no idea if any of those concepts would actually ever come to fruition. So I'm glad to see that they're experimenting and they're still doing that. But to me, my immediate reaction was like, oh, wow, this is really cool. But it feels almost like the Fold did a couple of years ago when it's closed because it's kind of thick.
Right.
So it just didn't feel as different as I thought it would, I guess. And I think part of that is because when you open it, it's like you have the bigger screen or the front screen. You don't have the in-between. And that's kind of what I wanted.
Wait. What do you mean by that?
So I think, and I'd have to double check, but I think it was either some of Samsung's concepts or like maybe the Huawei phone. Like you can kind of use the different panels as like their own individual screens and have
so you have different apps on them.
Yeah, like almost have like 3 screens in one. And like this doesn't really do that. It just has like the open state where it's a tablet and then the closed state where it's a phone, which is still useful, but it doesn't feel that different.
$3,000 for a phone.
Yeah, and the one thing that I thought was interesting that Samsung is kind of thinking of is this being not just like a phone and a tablet, but maybe a phone, a tablet, and also like a mini PC if you like hook it up with like a Bluetooth keyboard and a mouse and whatever. Yeah, they're still trying that. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but I feel like this thing is probably going to be expensive, so the use case has to be really compelling. And their Z Fold phones are only just starting to take off a little bit, so I feel like it's going to be a long road ahead for something like this. But I'm glad they're doing it.
Yeah, at least someone's doing something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're already, like the show hasn't officially started yet.
We're already jaded.
But just from the 3 episodes that I've been on, everybody's sort of like, well, you know what? Like, obviously, I would never use this, and I don't think that'll ever really get made. But I really appreciate that they're rolling the dice and having fun out there.
I mean,
and
that's
making
CES
plays.
in a nutshell.
It is. It does feel like that's what it is. And so, like, what you're describing is like, this was something that, as somebody who doesn't generally follow this, like part of the fun of it for me last year was like legitimate idiot awe at sort of like the fuck it, we're doing 5 blades stuff where they're just like, we figured out how to do, like, the TV is so good that you couldn't actually watch anything on it. Like, there's no, but it's like, fine, at least they're doing something. It's better than them just sort of like spackling some, notional AI modality over it and being like, and it's going to make friends for you while you sit at home.
I did see they have added Nano Banana to televisions now.
Yes.
And I feel like
what a thrill to hear you say
and
those
Gemini.
syllables that was.
You could
That's what it's all about.
You could do deep dives.
I hate
Google TV.
I hate saying Nano Banana. I think it's a fucking terrible name. I think whoever came up with the name should be electrocuted.
Nano Banana.
Can I share a stupid accent thing that I heard on the plane last
By all
night?
means.
A guy behind me, an Australian guy, ordered Sprite with ice in an Australian accent.
Sprite with
It's just something to think about what that might sound like.
Do I know anyone Australian? If you're an Australian listener, please record.
The only one I know is my boy Jathan, my co-host.
Yeah, get Jathan to record it. In
Yeah.
fact, just email me easy@betteroffline.com if you record yourself as an Australian saying it. If
I'm
you're
going to ask my Australian friends
Yeah.
from CNET to say it
let's
now.
let's get the Australians on. This
There's
film
one thing that people love. It's being like, your voice is all fucked up. You mind saying a few phrases for me?
I'd know
Well,
nothing
it's
about
funny.
that.
That happened to me when I was on vacation in Ireland, like last year. Like a cashier at a convenience store was like, "Can you say this?" And I was like, "Why?" And it was just like really bizarre.
Yeah, this is my life. This is my life is people turning to me and saying, I can't help myself. I have to do my accent. If you have
can help yourself,
you can.
actually.
If you've ever said this to me, you're a fucking liar. Oh, I have a thing. No, you don't. You think your British accent is good and you want me to tell you it's good. It's never good. It's never been good. Stop.
I'm guilty
And to be
of
clear,
this.
this is
I do the
no,
worst.
your British accent's funny.
Yeah.
If you're just doing to be clear, if you're making fun of England, bully for you. I'm right there with you.
Right.
I don't really have one. I just periodically be like, what? Or like, my.
Exactly.
And like, that's all I've got.
And that's fine. I do that too. But it's just, Sprite with ice. It doesn't sound good when I say
Do
it.
you want to give us a demonstration?
It was basically like Sprite with ice. No, it wasn't. That was British.
That wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
That was
yeah.
pretty good. I was
They
gonna
did
say,
like
yeah.
us. Yeah.
Sprite with ice. Sprite with ice.
Yeah, were there any vowels go to the
No, he
ceiling?
was
2 hours into
sorta-
the CES coverage, and this is
Yeah.
this is
doing linguistics.
Everybody's just
Gemini generate
making
Australian.
sounds back and forth to each other. It's just pure whale song.
But no, I like the idea that like someone is generating images on their like what fucking freak did that and was like, you know what people want to do? Generate an image. No, one has ever been like, I wish I could generate something on my
Jarvis,
I
add
think
some
it's-
friends to this photo of me alone on the,
Yeah.
on the couch.
I think part of it is a
Add
lot of
muscles.
these tech companies have been trying to make TVs something that they're not for a
Yes,
long time,
yeah.
like trying to make them all these different types of ambient computers and whatever. And I feel like that's just part of that effort. And CES is the hub of all of that.
I was saying in the cab earlier, it's just like at some point it's a fucking television.
Right, people just want a really nice screen
Well, yeah,
that they want to look at.
there was the thing of like, oh, you won't have to plug devices into it. Now you can
Right.
do Netflix on it. Great. Okay, now you can play games. And I saw someone announce you can do Xbox gaming,
Yeah, Game Pass.
which kind of make, and that's, I'm kind of like, fine, that makes sense. It's streaming. And now what? And they're like, it's fucking it's banana.
Now, when you get home drunk at night and the TV's a little too dim, you could go to the TV.
Yeah, me too.
Turn up.
Gemini, Pikachu 911. Gemini, just like,
Please.
Gemini, Star Wars, Pikachu 911. Like, just like,
Ed, are you sure?
calling your mother. No. No, but you can't do that from a television, though. You actually can't. Like, calling people, like, Facebook Portal is weirdly enough, like, the only product that can reliably do that. It's really weird.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Like,
it's really hard to find a television because honestly, a TV with a camera in it is bad. But at the same time, it's like a weirdly rare product. Weirdly enough, the Facebook Portal is actually good. Like,
that's like one of the few products I've actually have never tried.
Don't worry, they
surprisingly.
killed it.
Yeah, that much I know.
They're like, no.
RIP.
We need to. You can't find your friends on Facebook. Oh, Facebook Portal allows you to talk to your family. Not so fast,
Yeah.
fuckwit. You want some glasses? They kind of work.
What if it let you talk to a local restaurant that like has a lot of weirdly racist posts? On it? Is that what you want?
Yeah, let me call them during rush hour right now. Hey, guys, where the fuck's my food?
Yeah, it's just trying to get away from the core function because there's not really many reasons to buy a new TV anymore.
Right.
Because I mean, I have like I'm an upgrade pig. I love upgrading my phone. I love the slightly faster, better experience. I'm not going to upgrade my TV until it breaks.
Yes.
It's 4K. It's HDMI 2.1.
I mean, people just want bigger TVs that look nice that don't cost as much. That is what everybody wants.
I have a really big, like an 85-inch Sony
Yeah.
Bravia.
Ooh,
that was
85. That's big.
It was $1,700 6 years ago, I think. And it's like, why would I upgrade? What possible reason? And the TV companies are sitting there just being like, fuck. Because there really isn't. It's like, oh, I could have Gemini on my TV. I pay for it not to be on there.
Right.
Yes.
It's also like funny to your point, like the way that this is like the purpose of CES versus the purpose of like consumer entertainment. as you like would consume it, or consumer electronics as you would consume it. It's basically like you want the good TV, but they would be bored, and they probably sense that if you as a CES attendee would be bored if they're just like showing you a dope new TV that's showing a movie on it. That's like,
yeah. What if it had one key feature that worked 30% of the time?
Would that be new? Would that seem intriguing to you? Yeah, but that is 100% like, it feels like that is, I don't know what
about the
percentage of the stuff here.
spectacle. Yeah.
But they have a TV section where it's just showing you nice stuff. Great. They have micro LED or mini. They have new stuff, and the TVs are thinner. There's a very thin LG.
Last year, I saw TVs you could bend, and I was like, "In what situation am I
I love
bending
that.
my TV?
I love no.
I
I
on a
understand.
bender? Like, what's going
Yeah.
on?
I just get home. I'm like,
Thank God I got the bendable TV.
Right.
I was last night would have gone different.
Yeah, I was trashed. I wanted to fight my television.
Yeah. We're marketing this exclusively to fans of bad NFL teams. It's very
Me, Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yep.
How
I'm
many nights have I wanted to break my TV?
I'm a Raiders fan. I don't even turn it on. There's just no need. Oh, they lost. I knew they were done after the second game. They won 3 of them.
Don't worry. One day we're gonna win a Super Bowl each.
Yeah. I actually don't know which of us has the worst chance.
Oh yeah, you're probably not old enough to remember a Cowboy Super Bowl win, are you?
No.
I am. And
Grown up in the
the
shadow
worst
of it.
guys in America are going to be celebrating right alongside you when it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not old enough to remember a Raiders Super Bowl win, but I'm sure it'll be very nice.
Yeah. I'll get Gemini to generate it. It's like,
No
I'm sorry,
banana
Ed,
banana.
I can't do that.
it's too unrealistic.
Yep.
Newsflash. Reality check. You're trying to spread misinformation. They would never win.
Yeah. No, the thing is, I can think of ways my life could be like the laundry bot we were talking about last time.
Yes.
All of those fall down because it's like the actual way that people experience laundry is a large pile of stuff. Like it's just like, hey, the sock is within the Katamari of shit that I've left for too long.
Yeah. Right.
I want to be able to chuck the Katamari into a box and then laundry comes out. There are also services that do that. You could do this wash and folds in New York.
Yeah.
It's kind of like could do that. It's like, or you could spend $5,000 on something that I assume you need to like neatly thread the thing into. And the TV problem is a lot of things look weird. Like to customize for like different situations, like sports games look different to movies and such. TVs don't seem to be trying to fix that. Like the fact that every show is incredibly dark now.
That's what they should be using AI
exactly.
for, honestly.
Yeah, but no. Do you need nano banana? Nano banana. You need the nano banana in your television. Why fucking Pikachu 911? What do you want TV to look better? You want Stranger Things to look good? Fuck you.
There's
Yeah.
an M&M.
No
Like
TV
there's
can-
an M&M verse in there somewhere.
Yeah, seriously. He was kind of spitting there for a minute.
I'll be rapping by the end of this show. No, did you see anything? What else have you seen at the show other than
Yeah,
phones?
so other than phones.
Oh, that's-
lots of robots, I would say. That's
anything?
always a
Ooh,
big
What kind of robots?
one that plays chess and it's
Ah.
like
I heard
absurdly
about that one.
expensive.
Yeah.
How much was it? Did you find out?
You know what? I forget. I just remember being like, wow, that's a lot. It was kind of something I saw in
thousands?
passing.
Yep.
I don't know if it was thousands, but it was something that was marketed as like, hey, buy this if you like really love to play chess, but you don't have anyone to play with, or you want your kid to learn how to play chess or something.
And you don't
like
want to
that.
use any of the computer chess.
Right, exactly.
Right. Like there's whole.
Yeah.
I think that again is like another one of those like,
Where
kind
is
of
this
classic
money coming
CES
from?
things.
Right, that's the other thing. Another thing I saw was a robot, or it's really just more of a machine that sits on your countertop. But everything's a robot at CES that can cook for you if you like, almost like a Keurig for food, where you put ingredients in and
Oh,
it
no.
knows.
An oven like extrudes a room temperature stew like for you. It's so nice.
Like your
Finally.
Soylent now.
Yeah.
Here's your slop pig.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a lot of things where it's just like, okay, nobody wants to do anything,
wait,
but
wait.
none of these alternatives seem
Right.
like
But
good.
it's like a
It's
Keurig
somehow
thing.
like more degrading than any of the other options. Like the idea
Right.
of being like, well, I don't want to call
with a
someone
bib.
and have them deliver something to my home. I'm
Yeah.
just going to stuff a bunch of celery into this hole and see what happens. It's like really dark.
And maybe I'm oversimplifying it. Again, this is like me just walking around CES Unveiled last night and being like, oh, there's a lot of people at this station, so let me see what everyone's
Yeah.
looking at. And that was just like the impression that I got, though. It seems similar to like a Keurig, but for food. Like you put the ingredients in, it knows the recipes or whatever. And I don't know. It was really bizarre. But
But how does the food get in there? Do you just throw a bunch of carrots?
Whoa,
in?
Yeah, you have
don't ask
ingredients
how
that you like
Come
put
on.
in, and it knows what the ingredients are, and it has
That's
recipes
like
or
the
something.
thing. Or it's like there's a
Yeah.
cocktail one of those that's like,
like a
at
Yes.
the level
seltzer?
of now it's like you see commercials for it on TV.
Yeah,
Bartesian.
I've used
Yep.
it. It's not bad.
I'm sure
actually.
it's good.
Yeah.
So
CES, it's not bad.
is it like, okay, I put the ingredients in there, knows, or you got to sit there being like, okay, I put in celery, I put in.
No. There's like recipe packs and stuff or something like that, recipe book or something.
okay.
Again, I'm like probably botching the details.
No,
but,
that makes
like,
sense. No, you're not
but
watching the
it's
details.
something like that.
That sounds weird.
I have
Like,
lots of
I'm,
questions.
I'm the guy that was initially like, "Well, you just fucking put carrots in it." Like, what you're saying makes a lot more sense than what was just coming out of my
But
mouth.
also, there are startups out there that would do, you put a fucking carrot in there.
I did.
Right.
I
Like a
did.
glorified juicer, kind of like.
The Samsung fridge though with Gemini in it, I did see that earlier.
Yeah.
The Gemini fridge where it's like,
Oh, I
and
haven't
it's-
seen that yet.
It's so good. You read the product demonstration thing, and it's like, yeah, you can use your voice to open and close the door. And it's like, okay, you've never opened a fridge.
No.
Like it's
Yeah.
like finally a way to open the fridge.
That's not the problem that needs solving
Yeah.
here. Like,
It's also their argument is like, oh well,
that's also been around, like not like the voice element, but like. Didn't LG, haven't they been showing fridges for years that have motion sensors if your hands
Yeah,
are
just
full
like
or
it
It's just
something?
like one of those things where it's like, as an accessibility technology, it's probably
Yeah.
existed for a long time, but now they're just sort of like people are forgetting how to open the fridge. It's one of the big problems facing
Where
our
are we as a
society.
society where people
they're
don't
just
know how
sort
to
of
open their
like,
fridge?
I'm just
Yeah.
sitting at home, just going, what do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Imagine if we had a screen on the fridge that you could talk to and it would tell you what's inside. You don't ever have to,
Yep.
to touch it.
I
That
love
feels
that.
very, I think you should leave. Like, what do I
yeah,
do?
yeah, yeah. Exactly. Just Tim Robbins.
I don't know what any of this shit is.
Exactly.
I didn't ask for this.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I do love the ones where it's like, we'll use AI to tell you what's in your fridge.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, mate, I had no idea.
I know something else that'll do that.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say there are so many times when I overbuy because I'm at the store and I'm like, oh, I'm probably low on this, but I don't know. So I do feel like that could be actually helpful.
Yeah, but like you're going to save $5 on carrots then.
That's
Like,
what I mean. But then you end up with so many carrots and you're like, oh man, I bought too many
Yeah.
carrots again.
I have
How
to
do I
feed
keep
them
falling
into this thing that I
trap?
keep on my counter that turns them into creme brulee somehow. It's like the slop.
I love my slot machine. That really, it does feel like there's a certain degree though of just like what are human concerns? Well, there's poverty and there's a living situation and there's healthcare. No, let's just. How do you open a fridge?
Wouldn't you like a butler?
What is in fridge?
Like, would you like a butler? Okay, so
That's a ghost,
someone that
you
can
know.
clean up for me
Yeah.
and someone could do my laundry. Oh, no, we can't do that. What if Nano Banana?
Yeah.
It always comes back to Nano Banana.
All roads lead to Gemini, and it's just like I'm really looking forward to seeing deep into the depths of this show and just being like, what reason have you come up with? Like last year, I remember there was this air purifier with a big spike underneath it, and I walked up to the person. I'm like, what's with the spike? And they took a second to register because like, no one had spoken to them in that manner. And they're like, oh no, it's really obvious. I'm like, sure.
Is it?
Not that obvious.
No, you'll never believe this. It's like, no, it's for dogs. I'm like,
What?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
it was a hair thing, right?
have
I remember this
no,
product.
no.
I have more
It was
questions.
it was an air purifier with a dog, and then they paused and went, or a cat could use it to scratch
Oh
themselves.
my god.
I'm like, and I just like, do you have a dog? And they're like, no. I'm like, great, because, well, I don't know when a dog's just walking around looking for places to scratch.
No.
Like, do you
This
have?
is like someone who one time had their cat or dog go on the air purifier and they're like,
Whoa.
Yeah.
whoa,
Whoa.
what if we put something for them on there?
You never know when inspiration will
Instead of
strike.
it's like,
Right.
that's a little weirdo.
It's also like, how do you scratch a cat? Like, actually, one of the most pleasant things in the world is like
Yeah.
petting a
Yes.
cat. It's
Like,
like,
I don't
nah.
I don't want something that does that for
Yeah,
me.
I can-
Yeah, that's like
mean.
apex level, like solving a problem that you don't have stuff. Where it's like,
Right.
are you wasting too much time that you could be spending sending emails?
Listen, you don't-
touching your pet that you love.
Don't want to
Like-
pet your pet.
Yeah.
Don't want to teach your kid how to play chess. Don't want to use your TV. Don't
Don't
want
wanna
to use your
cook.
fridge.
Yeah.
Don't want to cook.
That's time you could be on work calls.
yeah.
And you know what? Actually, let's just imagine
Could be
all of
boosting
these.
shareholder value
Right.
all that time.
Golly. Keep your eyes on the prize.
What are you fucking doing when all of this stuff is automated? just sitting inert, waiting for the next email.
It's Wally. That's what we're
I'm
heading
getting a
towards.
promotion, brother. That's what
Yeah,
I'm getting.
I'm moving up the corporate
getting
ladder
some options.
as my
Okay.
slot machine
Yeah.
burps out carrot puree.
You're on a Zoom call and it's the loudest background ever. Because all your
No,
devices.
no, I got a Ninja Creamy, one of the worst named things of all time. And it is, you feed stuff into it, you have to freeze it, and you turn it on, and it makes more noise than I have ever heard.
Is it this a soft serve machine?
No,
What
it
does
just
it
makes
do?
ice cream that's
Oh.
like sometimes the right texture.
I love it. Yeah, when I think of ice cream, I think of ice cream shops. never heard loud noises in the
Yeah.
ice cream
Right.
shop.
And it's so loud. It sounds like it's like, and it's shaking.
Everyone knows you're making ice cream
Yeah.
right now.
God.
I literally,
So embarrassing.
The first time I used
It's
it,
like the third time today.
Could be a Tim Robinson bit right there. Like,
and it shakes violently. It's like,
is this real?
yes, it's so loud. I remember the first time I turned it on, I'm like, this must be something. I looked on YouTube, and there's people being like, yeah, I've got the creamy on. As you could hear, it's like $250. It's
Oh my gosh.
just one of the many times the wallet inspector has visited me.
I love it. You know that it was so loud, and they were like, "Should we reduce it?" And they're like, "Nah,
Fuck
they
these
want their
pigs.
ice cream."
These little hogs.
Yeah.
These hogs.
They'll do anything for ice cream. It's
You
okay.
have no idea what these people are willing to put up with for their little treats.
And it's aimed at people who want to like lose weight. And
Okay, so
yeah, because it's so you can make sugar-free ice cream.
okay,
But it's like the
Because
insult.
it makes ice cream so unpleasant to consider. Yeah.
It's just like
it's like
you
Pavlov's you into thinking of like,
fat
Ice
little
cream,
hog.
ice cream is when I have a headache really bad.
No, I shit you not. I put it in another room. I closed the door.
Yeah.
My kid was asleep. I had to move it. Like,
what if all
Don't go
your
in there. It's
kitchen
the ice
stuff-
cream room.
let me
all
just
the
go make
things
some
that
ice
go in
cream.
your kitchen now get to be in another room because they're so fucking loud.
Yeah.
We're disrupting the kitchen.
Okay,
Just like the only things in that room are like a drum set and a Ninja Creamy.
but wait, Lisa, did you see anything else? And were they loud? Like,
I mean, it's hard
What
to.
was the loudest gadget that you saw?
The loudest gadget. Oh gosh, I don't know. It's always so loud just at CES.
Yeah.
Everybody's screaming everywhere. Like I can't. Like it's true. Everyone's shouting. Like I can't hear myself think.
I don't think I've heard anyone screaming.
Not screaming, but
No.
everyone's trying to film videos, so
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
is like shouting over each other and trying to ask questions.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's-
The level of ambient noise is insane.
Yeah.
Yes,
did watch
exactly.
someone-
Although the other bit that I remember from, I mean, I didn't exactly love the experience, but last year going to the convention center to the whole entire floor that was just like white label electronics from China, just USB
Oh, yeah,
cables,
yeah.
and it was silent.
Yes.
Totally, like you could hear the HVAC system going, and like hear the sound of someone sleeping softly in one of the booths, and that was it.
No,
And
if-
they're both pretty unsettling, honestly. If I had to
Yeah.
shoot video, I would do it in the hall of USB cables.
The Hall of Silence.
Like I also don't want to go back there.
No, it's great. You go in there with a media badge, and like everyone's eye, like every head switches to look at you like you've hit someone in Morrowind. It's like, stop, citizen. Let me show you my.
Would you like to see my wares?
Yeah, right. Every booth is trying to send you on a side quest, and you're like, I can't.
I can't right now.
I'm trying to find the big LG thing.
Sorry,
No,
I'm not
man.
interested.
You got any ice cream machines that are very loud? Like, no, but we have an LLM for
Can you
pets.
help me reduce the sound of this device?
LLM for pets was last year and really disappointing because it was just like a health app versus something to translate my cat's noise. And when I posted about it, the company fucking emailed me. They were like, actually, please don't. I just was like, no, don't. I'm not taking down my post. Fucking soup. I didn't say that, but if they if I called my lawyer, I'm like, I'm being sued by an LLM pets company, he would be like, he would not be surprised.
You gotta send him a video of your cat meowing really aggressive.
Yeah.
Be like, translate
No, Babu
that.
loves me too much. Babu treats me with adoration.
Yeah.
Incredible
Yeah.
cat.
The only time my cats really get loud like that is like if I sleep in and didn't feed them at 6 a.m. You know, as opposed to 7 a.m.
My cats just graze.
Yeah.
They happily graze and they don't get fat. They're just perfect.
Mine have started grazing, but they used to not, and they're still on the like, oh my god, I need food right now kind of
Right.
mindset.
Yeah.
And then you give them their food, and they're like, I'll I'll have 2 bites and then I'll come back to it later.
Sometimes they scream to make me watch them eat. They'll scream and then they make me
Little
swallow them
exhibitionists.
down. And then I'm like, okay, what's up? You got your food, and then they start.
I have seen a few links to like pets that people have here. Like I saw before the show, there was this one that makes noise and purrs and is warm, which sounds and like those ones. Again, not going to be cynical about those because there's old people people with dementia who can't look after a pet. Except they made one that has needs,
What does that mean?
as in like you have to like take it like
you have
pet
it's
it.
like a
like a Tamagotchi.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's like, okay, so I get none of the benefits of a living creature, but most of the problems.
So the obligations.
This is something
yeah.
I don't think they'll have at CES, but I've been seeing in New York vapes with Tamagotchi in them that you have to keep hitting to keep them alive.
Oh God.
What would
Yeah,
verse
because
would that
the
be
problem
here?
with vapes is people don't want to use them.
Yeah.
We need to make nicotine more addictive.
We're gamifying the addiction space.
Steal your friend's vape and see what happens 30 seconds later.
Yeah,
Killed it.
they should have
You killed my vape. It's dead.
Actually, no. Someone who's very stoned, just crying their eyes out. Like, my vape
So
died.
what did I do?
I killed my vape, and I can't find my keys. They're in your hand.
An LLM to help you process the death of your vape.
The loud
my
machine. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week here in CES because I've been trying to like read it. Last year was just completely off the top of my head. I just made this up as I went along. No one knows. But this year I've like tried to read ahead, thinking, oh, I'll catch. No, it seems to be most of the stuff from last year again.
Yeah, it's hard to plan ahead for CES. Like you can plan as much as you want, but then the thing that you plan for is going to end up to be really boring, and everyone's going to be chasing this other thing that
Like the
you've never heard
Omniverse.
of.
Like the Omniverse. I'm a big Omniverse head.
That's a huge omniverse.
And
Yeah.
I was really happy to see the half an hour that Jensen Huang spent talking about it today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I'm hoping that I'm really if you easy at Better Offline, email me if you find any weird shit or if you want to just say what was it, Sprite and Ice in an Australian
Sprite and
accent.
Ice.
Anyone that wants
I'm gonna get a lot of wavs in my email, I think. No, it's I hope that there's something weird, but I get the sense that this year just feels cobbled together in a very strange way. Like last year was not quite half-hearted, but off. But this one's just like, what's your fucking AI, I guess. Like, are you on this? What are you looking forward to? Anything, Lisa? You got anything fun? I mean, at the
I don't know
show.
if there's anything I'm looking forward to. I feel like I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for like what some of the smaller companies are doing in AI because
Yeah.
there's a couple of interesting. I feel like one small trend I'm seeing a little bit already are like wearables that aren't actually for health tracking, but are more for like life logging, sort
Okay,
of.
how's
Because like you press a button and it'll you can talk into it and record a reminder or something like that. There's the new Pebble ring does that. I don't know if you guys saw
What's
that
this?
at all.
What's Pebble? Pebble.
Do you remember Pebble?
I remember Pebble.
Yeah, so they're back. They have
Dog
new
form.
Yeah. They were at CES unveiled last night.
Right.
And they had some new watches, which were interesting. I didn't really look at those though, but I was really interested in this ring because again, it's just kind of like fun and different.
What's it
and-
do though? Is it like a health tracking one?
No, it doesn't do any health tracking. It does one thing. Like it has a button on it and you can press it if you want to just like record a reminder or something that you want to remember later. Almost like a diary
Is
that
it
you wear on your
LLM
finger.
powered or is it just a ring? Is it just recording?
So there's, I think, some AI that happens on the back end in the app because it'll like
It dumps it
transcribe
through
the
an
things that
LLM,
you
yeah.
record and whatnot. But I just thought it was kind
inoffensive.
of interesting.
Yeah. How much is it?
I think $75 or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
We're in the realm of not useless.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I want one thing that I actually like at this show. I'm not even trying to be a hater.
No,
Just
I know.
one thing, make my heart sing, please.
I would like a mechanical Turk. That's what I would like.
Yep.
Oh, I haven't.
Some great news there.
I haven't actually seen this yet, but have you guys heard about the Clicks communicator? The phone?
Michael
Yeah.
Fisher is
Yes.
joining us Friday, who is
Oh, nice.
he's
Okay.
both a creator and an innovator. But yes, the Clicks communicator that's like,
What does it do?
it's like a little phone thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a second phone. So if you want a phone just to like actually keep in touch with people and not to like fall down a rabbit hole on
Right.
TikTok or Instagram or or talk to Nano Banana or whatever,
Yeah.
you it has a built-in keyboard. It kind of looks like a BlackBerry, and yeah, I mean it runs on Android, I think, so you probably
Okay.
could do other things on it if you really
You can
wanted
basically
to.
you can send texts on it, but you can't do other stuff.
I don't know. I have not seen it yet. I was just kind of seeing it in the headlines. But since it runs on Android, presumably you can do other stuff on it. I think it's just designed to be like, hey, this has a smaller screen. There's a built-in keyboard, something if you just want to actually talk to people and not, be immersed in a screen all day, every second of every day. You can still use your psychosis
induction device on your own time, but this is a little bit quieter experience.
But I thought it was an interesting idea, and it's being pitched as a secondary phone, almost like, how we have work phones and personal phones. I guess in that case it would be a third phone, but
I'm gonna know. It's funny, I have Michael on as a creator, but I'm just gonna bug him about his device this time. I don't think he'll listen to this, but Michael, that's what you've got coming. But then we're going to wrap it there. Lisa Eadicicco at CNN, of course. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Ed Ongweso Jr. of the Tech Bubble newsletter.
A pleasure.
And David Roth of Defector, of course. And we're going to have one more bit, and then we'll be wrapped for the day. Thanks for listening, everyone. I don't know what the next ad is, but I fully endorse it. Welcome back to the Better Offline coverage of the Consumer Electronics Show. We're back, folks, and this is the last part of this episode, but tomorrow we're going to have two-hour episodes. It's going to be full of fun and laughs and giggles. Don't know why I'm making so much talking happening. That's normal, Ed. Anyway, today I'm joined, of course, by David Roth of Defector.
Hello.
Ed Ongweso Jr. of the Tech Bubble newsletter.
Hello.
And Mr. Robert Evans, the magnificent Robert Evans of Behind the Bastards.
Wow.
And It Could Happen Here.
Hello. Figured we're all doing that, right?
Yeah, we were literally just talking about doing voices.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Which is
culturally appropriating from your people.
There are British people who get really offended by it, and it's so funny. The idea of a British person being like, you can't be racist.
Did you just say what to me, mate? Are you having a laugh?
No, there's a level of imperialism, and obviously Americans crossed this long ago, where you can't get angry at people making fun of the way you talk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is still true of Italians. It's been 2,000 years or whatever. I mean, it depends on when you call it 1,500, whatever, 1,000, depending on when you call the end of the Roman Empire. But you can still make fun of Italians.
Yeah.
It's never racist. I saw
Yeah,
it.
well,
Never
Ro-
racist.
Ro-
Know that it's true.
Were
The
Romans
prince.
talking like that? Like, was Julius Caesar getting stabbed? Be like, hey,
Hey, gabagool.
Brutus.
His last words were "oof, Madone."
Brutus, you
Hey,
What are you doing?
I wish I knew any other Italian history.
that's it.
No,
Caesar and pasta.
Caesar and pasta. That's most of it. No, you can make fun of British people as much as you want.
Sure.
You're welcome to. I get enough emails about it. But let's talk about consumer electronics. And Robert, you were using an exoskeleton.
Yeah. So a couple of weeks before we left for the show, this company, Hypershell, reached out to me and said, hey, we make there's these different exoskeleton products. Several different companies have come out with them that are just now hitting. They've been in industrial uses for a while. There's been varying forms for really the last 10 or 15 years that I've seen increasingly that are meant to do a mix of things. Some of them initially these were very separate product categories. There are ones that were meant for people who are having mobility issues, right, to allow people with a disability to move more easily. And then there were ones that were more designed for industrial use, right? Like you have people working an Amazon facility, and they're going to be lifting packages and walking them repeatedly, and you want something that reduces the stress to their body and thus reduces workman's comp.
Cool.
Claims, right?
Wow.
So those are kind of the two different.
Of course, not for the humans. It's the workers. All right, we're back. We got disconnected due to the Amazon hit squad that was sent in because we were discussing workers' comp. And while we were off mic, we were discussing, I do not think it's reasonable to suggest that every dog is a good boy. I don't think you should go in.
Wow.
I just don't think.
You just dropped that. We're all supposed to roll right past it.
I just want to just put this stance
We're
out.
also anxious to get back to talking about the exoskeleton stuff.
Just seeing.
Oh, the ones that are active duty police officers. Yeah.
If I gotta walk by you at the airport, I don't know.
How do you
if
do?
you're a good boy.
We can't understand how dogs talk. We don't know what they're really thinking. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe he's saying, I fucking hate this job.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cursing.
too,
Anyway,
brother.
exoskeletons. Back to you, Robert.
Sure. Yes. I mean, they reached out and asked if I wanted to try this thing at CES because people walk around a lot at CES. I guess this is not really meant as a product for journalists who get their feet tired walking around a trade show.
This is mostly a blogging aid.
This is to help you blog.
Finally.
But I thought it was interesting. Like I'm a nerd. I grew up playing Warhammer, so I'm interested in anything that is like a little step on the road to power armor, which was my immediate thought when I was like, powered exoskeleton. I'm going to strap some body armor into this thing and see how it works. So I did that. I mean, I played around with it at home. I've got like a sled that's like an exercise. It's like a sled that you load weights onto to like push and to shove it, because that's a thing that you can do to exercise.
It's an awesome exercise. I would love doing that.
Yeah, and I threw on like my my level 4 plates on a vest and my helmet with ear pro and stuff, just like, I don't know, 25 pounds maybe of armor, and loaded the sled up to about 200 pounds and pushed and pulled it until I got to, well, I did it first without any armor, or with armor on, but without the exoskeleton, to see how long I could go. And then I waited like a day or so to recover, and then I did it with the exoskeleton. And I noticed, and I think this may just be down to how it works, because it's not meant for those motions. I noticed that when I was pushing it, I felt the machine assistance like pulling my legs effectively, but when I was pulling it backwards, I didn't really feel much of anything at all. So I think it may just be sort of a factor of like when the thing functions, but I didn't really notice a benefit from that. I have noticed it does seem to like you're exerting less when you're like running or walking on it. So I'm interested in how I feel. I'm going to tomorrow probably hump around like a backpack heavier than I would normally take and keep it on and see how that feels. And then probably do the same thing with like, I don't know how else to do it as like, other than like do a control group experiment. It goes around, it fits around your hips and your like thighs. It ends right above the knee. And there's like a waistband thing for it. And so it's just meant to kind of alleviate weight, I think, on your lower back and your legs. Like they've got some statistics that they have on their website that I have no idea how I would begin to verify. And I don't even know like how you would verify stuff like I see like they say there's like a 42% decrease in the average heart rate of people using it. That
seems measurable, yeah.
But there's like a 39% decrease in physical exertion. I'm not fully sure how
using all the classic metrics for like, what are you doing and how hard is it?
Yeah. And they're saying it's something like a 40% reduction in like how much like you like weight that you feel basically. So theoretically you could carry a load that's 50% heavier or carry your additional load with like about half the strain, right? Like that's kind of the claim that they're making. This thing is supposed to have like a 30-kilometer battery range when walking. Now there's different settings, including like an eco and a power one. You can up or down the like intensity, the power of the assistance motors. So I assume that decreases substantially when you've got it on like level 4, because it goes from 1 to 4. But I have not used it enough to like determine that.
That's exciting though.
Yeah, it's a cool product idea. I've tested I think they emailed me because I've tried some of these at previous CESs, just like walking around at the actual booths. It's a really cool idea, both for people who actually have like a physical disability and, you know, obviously none of these companies are interested in stuff like this for people who are working in factories for their own sake. But if it does reduce the amount of wear and tear on human bodies, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I got a fucked up ankle. It sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, so I'm interested in how well it actually works for that. And I'm not like Hypershell has been nice to me. I'm hoping that the product works well, but I simply don't have enough time with it.
How much does it cost?
It varies. Their lowest end version costs like $900. The one they sent me cost about $2,000. But 3 years ago or so, I think we were looking at like $5,000 to $10,000 for most of these. So it does look like prices have been coming down a lot.
And what makes the more expensive? What, is it bigger battery or something?
I think bigger battery. The one of the upgrade versions says carbon, so I'm guessing some of them are carbon fiber and some aren't. Mine definitely is. But yeah, so I think it's just a matter of like what kind of extras there are on it. But the prices have been decreasing pretty substantially. And from the reading I have done for previous years, there does seem to be some evidence that some products in this category do reduce like strain and injury for people who are doing jobs where you're like lifting and carrying stuff. So I think there's some evidence to be optimistic here. I'm interested in how well. I don't actually think a convention is the best way to test a product like this out, but I understand why Hypershell's doing it that way, right? And I'm sure other companies in the space are, because like it at least gives you a situation where journalists are going to be walking around a while and can try it out. So I'll see how I think about it, but I am most interested in like, can I make me into a space marine? Right.
And I mean, that's the ultimate dream.
Of course.
And this is interesting because we spent most of the rest of the episode just saying nothing feels new, that everything's kind of just a series of different, like coming up with reasons to buy stuff that don't actually appear to be human. This is strangely useful. I'm just not used to
It's
this.
the kind of thing I'm always most interested in at a CES, and that never makes it more than like 10% of the products you see, where it's like, well, this is like a cool thing that I've known we'd eventually make as a species at some point. Like we all knew they're going to have robot exoskeletons someday.
I mean, I've been hoping for them.
Like it's not
If
like
they had them on the Nostromo,
Right.
How hard could it be?
Yeah, exactly.
To build one at a store. You can get it at a store.
it really seemed like they were cutting corners on
Right,
that
I was
operation.
going to say, it was
too.
like, remember how wet that ship was? There was a lot of issues there.
Although I think Nostromo was the first one, but
and-
I forget what the Sulaco
Okay.
was the second, was the Marine ship. People will get angry at us.
Yeah,
if
that's
we're
my
wrong
fault.
about
Defector regrets
that.
the error.
Yeah.
I apologize to Ian
So is this
Holm.
alien?
James
Yeah,
Cameron
Alien
is
and then
on
Aliens.
a flight right now
Yeah,
to
he's-
fight you.
And I can't even argue with him. Just,
Yeah, luckily we're landlocked. Otherwise, he'd come with us from the
Right.
sea.
His greatest power is does involve the ocean.
Yeah, he would rise from the sea like an
like Aquaman. He's cut
Looking
off.
into air power with this newest movies. Looking into
That's
air
right.
power.
rising from one of the canals at the Venetian and absolutely beating that ass.
Running like one of the Terminators towards
Yeah.
The whole time I'm just like, you're such a visionary, sir. Like, whatever you see fit to do.
What was it? He's a pro AI guy, though. He's got.
Yeah, I mean, I think he made the statement that I think a lot of older guys in Hollywood are making without really thinking it through, which is like, oh yeah, I'm sure it has some applications that I want to explore, and not thinking about like the broader socio-cultural things that are going on with AI. He's just accurately being like, yeah, it's got some uses. I'll look into it. You know,
If it makes it easier
David
for me
Lynch
to,
did the same
for me
thing.
to almost drown an actress,
Right.
then like, yeah. It's
what
all
can
good.
most effectively let me nearly kill Ed Harris?
Right.
Yeah. Is AI going to revolutionise my ability to
Turns out by
nearly
listening
kill
to
Ed
The
Harris?
Rock,
At least he didn't do what
it tells me to do.
Natasha Lyonne, who was like, yeah, David Lynch loved this. That may be.
yeah.
No, I was saying the other day that if
That bummed me out.
Media stuff doesn't usually enrage me that much, but if I fucking hear about a Twin Peaks remake,
Right.
put it in through the
I'm
algorithm.
I'm not gonna use Nano Banana.
actually, no,
Listen, put in a different prompt.
Coop, I don't want to see Nano Banana.
Fix your heart or die. Hell
yeah.
That'd be heartbreaking.
yeah, no. Anyone who, if you're trying to remake Twin Peaks, I will make war with you. I'll turn every media property I have
No, I'm not
against
going to
you.
remake it. I'm going to do a new season.
We already. I haven't finished season 2. Don't ruin it for me.
I've always
would
thought
never.
the real problem with Twin Peaks was there were no dewback lizards like moving around in the background, and there's a couple of scenes that could have really used an ATST. You know,
Hey, I'm on the same page.
Bob shot
This
first.
is why I think it's good that the Duffer Brothers got the rights to the next. This was something that I've been laughing about for like 2 days. I did not watch the Stranger Things the last seasons. I haven't watched the last, I guess, 4 or 5 seasons of it.
I just call it things.
But the someone pointed out that all the effects in the finale look like the "Tried So Hard" video by Linkin
Yeah.
Park, which is really funny to me.
It's that and the corn as well. Like,
SNL
yeah.
sketches.
yeah, it's falling away from me. I saw a clip from that, and it looked really bad. But it was like one of them jumping and punching a big, horrible CGI alien through, and it's just like, doesn't this show have the budget of like Ethiopia's GDP or something?
Cost hundreds of millions,
And it
of
looks
dollars.
like dog shit.
I don't
It's so I love slot, and people are like, well, this is just them preparing to give you LLM slot. No, it's not. It's just fucking Netflix. It's just Netflix destroying money.
Aren't you excited they're about to acquire Warner Brothers?
Fucking just
yeah,
that'd be cool.
I don't know. Like I haven't seen the new Stranger Things because after season 1, I was like, I think I'm good.
Yeah, that was basically.
I think I got what I wanted to.
Yeah, I didn't mind it either. It was just basically
Yeah,
one of
no,
those
I
things where
liked
like,
it.
we never even talked about watching
Yeah.
it in the household. We were like,
Yeah.
a second season. Good for them.
I'm good.
Good
Yeah,
for those kids.
I'm glad they're getting their bag. I'm not interested here.
Well, most of the current season, there's apparently just like 21 people in a room standing around folding their arms.
Yeah,
Nice.
So like Avengers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Get him in an
exactly.
airplane hangar, put him in a motion capture suit, and then have him talk about what
Whatever
just
the
happened.
cheapest
the same
big
room?
building we can get him in.
We're talking about real things. As we were discussing at the beginning of the episode, we saw the Jensen Huang thing. Robert, you missed nothing. You missed
Good. Yeah, you're talking about the NVIDIA keynote
Yes.
speech. Yeah,
And-
that I thought was tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you really missed nothing, though. And I went, and I kind of mentioned this at the beginning, I went and I looked, and the 6 new chips they announced, all announced in like either June, October, or November. Like, they're all old.
No, but they're new.
Then you see it again for the first time.
They're new. This is the first time they've been together.
And it's like,
They're actually making one of them. Did you see that on the video that they're making it?
They're actually going to manufacture
They're
it
going to
now?
manufacture
It's
it.
in production.
It's like, and I just saw before we went on that AMD had, and really disappointed, Greg Brockman, for the COO of OpenAI, went on. It's so cool. They went on, they did this big fucking speech about how, it's just like compute is the new oil or something. Just blow my brains out whenever I hear this shit.
That's a great statement.
It's so fucking cool. But what's great about it, though, is like they didn't talk about the fact that they're meant to build a gigawatt of data centers by the end of this fucking year. It's just like, it's just the farce.
I don't think we'll talk about that again.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about the thing we
Trust the
agreed on.
process. You're a Sixers fan now. Trust the process.
Right, you're locked in.
Who's the James Harden of data?
Commit to like.
Oh no, that's Jay Parikh.
No.
He got fired. He moved from Jay Parikh. He went from Laceworks, a company that was most famous for buying $30,000 worth of Lululemon gift cards to get people to use their software, to Meta, to Microsoft to run their AI group. Like, that's the James Harden.
do anything in
But he
this
doesn't.
country.
But you don't have anyone who like stroppily quits. We don't have any like people like that. That's what we needed. We need more like characters.
A Ben Simmons.
Yeah, we
OpenAI
need
needs
a
Ben Simmons.
We need a Ben. Well, I mean,
guy that's like, I'm not taking layups. That's beneath me. I don't do that anymore.
it's the Ben Simmons thing. No, it's like the 3 basketball listeners are
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
they're just fucking loving
Whatever
it.
happened to the strong, loud type like Steve Ballmer?
Yeah, that's what we need. Yes, somebody that I honestly had that thought when we were watching.
Developers.
We were watching Wong talk. I
Steve
was like,
Ballmer.
I know how much more energy can be involved in this.
Yes.
Like, he's not even sweating a little bit.
not.
If I had billions of dollars, I would be fucking ling it up there. I'd be going insane. I'd be like, well, you can't do anything to me. I could buy this. I'd buy this entire place.
Honestly,
Yeah, but yeah, it was so limp. It was so sad. It's like they barely seem to be fucking trying anymore.
Well, what is there for NVIDIA to really say at a keynote, right? Like, it's not, their products are really exciting to people who are in like the business of utilizing them, but it's not like a consumer product that they're hyping up right now.
But this
Like,
was
it's
all
not
like analysts and media and such.
Yeah.
And there was a line out the door. There was like,
because they're making all the money in the world.
Right.
That's what's exciting.
Yeah, I think that was the little bit from the guy that I talked
Right.
to who was sitting next to me. It was just like, part of it was like, you just wanted to be in a room with a guy
Yeah.
that rich.
Yeah.
Like, not even in like a way that I'm like,
That makes
that
sense.
I'm like
You're
dissing the guy
infectious.
for. He's just like, I've never been in a room with a guy this rich before.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like,
you're in Vegas, go to a strip club. Like
That is the beauty of Vegas. If you stay up late enough, you will get to watch a Saudi sheikh lose $30,000 at a craps table.
Just go to a craps
Yeah.
table in like the Venetian or the
Yeah.
Palazzo. You will
Right.
run into
Right.
someone with too much money if that's really what you desire.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I saw John McCain once in the Venetian.
Wild cut.
Yeah, no, but that's like. But otherwise, it's just people that shouldn't have that much money that you've never met.
Yeah.
Just burning it.
well,
But
hey,
yeah,
you know, maybe didn't he have a lot of money? Wasn't his wife like?
his wife is very rich.
Oh, yeah. His wife is crazy.
she is
rich.
now.
I think it's like regional liquor wholesale
Yeah.
money, like one of those like classic American gentry things where it's
I'm
like,
thinking Heinz. It's
yeah,
not Heinz.
no, that's John Kerry's.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
that
Oh,
was
so you said
the-
hides. I was like, I don't think people get rich off of hides anymore.
John
Yeah, it's a
McCain.
big- they were big
He
in
did great off
pelts.
of pelts.
John McCain was a fur trapper.
Yeah.
I look forward to the CES fur
Yeah.
trapping section.
I prefer that background for him.
I would love it if there was a fur
He was
trapping
kidnapped
section.
by beavers in the middle of a fur trapping expedition. They tortured him for 5 years.
Turns out they don't like what we're doing to their dams.
Yeah.
Yeah, not happy with it.
Yeah, the word Vietnam was really just ungorging and ripping up those dams. That's what it was.
Oh, I wish tech was actually this fun though, because it was just like Greg Brockman going and talking to Lisa Su from AMD, just wobbling around, mumbling shit about compute and data centers that they can't build because they don't have credit.
Like, what is there exciting to say other than look at how much money we're worth and look at how much money we're making?
But that was the thing with NVIDIA. They didn't talk about any products. Like, they didn't even talk about their own products. It's like, it's the most egregious kayfabe I've ever seen. Because gun to their head, I don't think any of these people, that's not a threat. Gun to their head, I don't think these people are like actually have an answer.
No, I mean, because like there's not a solution financially to the sheer amount of money that's been invested.
Yeah.
And like NVIDIA is in the enviable position of like the money they've made is like real. People are actually buying chips that they made, but the industry supporting it, there's a lot of vapor, and everyone's kind of aware that like at some point it's going to come crashing down to earth. And we had like a reality check in the last quarter of last year on NVIDIA, not all the way down, but like their bubble got certainly deflated partially. And there's, I think, a growing awareness that like, well, whatever happens with this, you know, even if the bubble never pops, even if AI doesn't like get sort of punctured in the way that people, including a lot of us, think it's going to, NVIDIA is not going to keep riding this high forever. And I don't know, there's not a graceful way for them to deal with that.
But they're trying. They're trying. So
Yeah.
they're doing this thing called the Omniverse. Yeah, it's
What?
Yeah. It's called the Omniverse. They're calling it.
Physical
They're calling
AI.
it. They're calling it the Omniverse. We love the Omniverse.
What
but
is- okay.
It's this whole bullshit thing. World models is another thing. It's just a made up thing for we'll do simulations using GPUs,
Not to be confused with the metaverse.
which is
Right.
very
It's not.
different.
This is way
It's
The
so-
metaverse bad.
Better.
Omniverse good.
It reminds me, and this is a really deep cut, and anyone who remembers this, please email me. There was a thing called that DC did called Death Metal, where like the Batman who lost, who's a Joker Batman, just best to get past that. There's a bit in it where they meet a guy from, there's a thing above the multiverse called the Omniverse, and he's just a guy with a pumpkin head. And I remember reading the Omniverse and that just being like, fuck off, just fuck you. And then, but what it is they buy compute from like Microsoft or Meta or Microsoft, Google or Amazon, and then rent it to people so they can run simulations using their Omniverse software. The information, credit to them, put out a story today just being like, yeah, it's not making any money and everyone hates it.
Right.
And it was the first half of an 2-hour long presentation. And they're just like, and Dave put it really well, it was like, yeah, here's a bunch of stuff. If we could do this, how good would that be? And it's like, none of it's real.
Right.
It's so cool. And I think what they're trying to do is be like, look, you bought all these GPUs. What if you could do this? Well, you can't. You can't do that. We cannot do this. But what if you could? And it was so straight because everyone was, you could hear people coughing in there.
Yeah.
There
People were leaving.
walkouts and
People
shit.
were
Like,
actually,
yeah.
it was really strange. And then there was a tiny bit of AI stuff. It's really, truly bizarre.
I mean, it does feel like people are starting to get sort of fed up with the things that have not materialized that should have by now.
Yeah.
Right. And I find you get a lot of pushback if you're like, this is fake and this is bullshit, which is like my emotional opinion, but you get a lot less pushback if you're like, I just don't see how this can be worth as much money as it needs to be for the industry.
right.
And you get a pretty broad agreement of like, yeah, like there's something fucky with that.
That was the bit that I wound up coming out of it. Like, I think the big feeling that I felt afterwards, beyond like bored and hungry, was that like I felt kind of sad about it because it's like it's clear that there is all of this capacity to do all of this like computational stuff that you couldn't really do before, but there's not any sense of like what that's for or what you're going to do.
It's
with
just
it.
compute for
Yeah.
compute's sake.
Well, I think, and this is me, there's a degree to which I'm not even fully confident what I'm saying here, but I get the
I'm a
feeling.
sports writer, man. So fucking go off.
I get the feeling and have read some accounts that make me believe that there are applications for a lot of this, a lot of like what gets broadly lumped in on as AI in like different kinds of like medical science.
Yeah, exactly that.
And other
but
kind-
nothing that's going to make this company worth $15 trillion or whatever. It's
and
like-
nothing that does anything on its own. It's not the AI will come up with the medicine. It's like, no, the AI is capable of like brute forcing its way through doing a lot of like theoretical tests or analyzing like a huge amount of data. And if you build a model specifically to deal with like this kind of medical data, that it can be a time-saving tool that allows you to do other things, which is not a sexy thing in the way that like AI is going to cure cancer is. And it's not sexy to be like, well, AI will allow us to prototype more efficiently different kinds of like materials to make hulls of spacecraft out of, and maybe that will speed up the process of developing these things, which is like a thing that theoretically might happen, and that's not as sexy as like AI is going to figure out how to take us into space.
And
the
this
thing is-
conversation's also so fucking old at this point.
Right.
Like that bit of it where it's sort of like I'm so aware of the thing where it's like it's going to be able to think for itself and it's going to like fix. We're not going to need to have jobs anymore.
Right.
But then like eventually like you work your way back from that to like protein folding.
Right.
I don't know what protein folding is. Apparently AI is extremely good at it.
Sure.
But it's like you can't talk about that because nobody knows what protein folding is. But when you talk about the other shit, it makes me, for one thing, doubt that it's any good at protein folding.
Right.
You know.
Well, it's because protein folding is a totally like it's not even LLM driven. It's not even GPU
It's
driven.
machine learning shit. Right?
Yeah, and it's the thing is with the medical example as well. They're doing that already. Again, it's only kind of LLMs, but not really.
Right.
And it's just, to your point about we've had this one before. I'm pretty sure I heard this conversation. Not even from us. Just like I've heard some version of this. We're sitting around being like, yeah, it might be good for this. When? Because before the NVIDIA thing, we had this panel with these people who were just saying stuff that slowly was driving me insane, and I was getting ready. I eventually just started muttering to myself like a crazy person. But there was just the CEO of a bridge, which is an AI scribe for doctors.
Oh, I thought you were saying a bridge. And I was like, how do you get that job? Just a single bridge. Easy work.
And he kept trying to sell me.
Yeah.
No, and he was just talking about, he was just word salad on word salad, trying to get around the fact that his AI just transcribes what doctors say. And it's just like, who fucking care? I'm
Great.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like I think doctors would like that, but
Yeah.
you can't. For his business to be worth, which I believe you looked it up, was like $5 billion and
yeah,
change.
5.5 billion.
It's like in order for it to work, it also has to like justify that valuation. It has to
Right.
make evaluations. Like no doctor wants it to fucking do that. They're doctors.
Yeah.
And it's just, and it's almost cliche. It's like, yeah, it's being forced into anything. I was mentioning on the earlier. It's like,
Fucking Microsoft today. It's no longer Office. It's Copilot. Like, fuck you. How many times have I said, no, I'm not using Copilot? You're trying to force me.
That's amazing that they just like they've got such a dud on their hands that they're like the Batman movies are
Yeah.
now the Avengers or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like to some other like
Google did that already. They changed Google Assistant to
Yeah.
Google Gemini, and they were like 400 million active
Yeah,
users.
and they're going to do the same thing with fucking Copilot, where it's like, look at all these people. No, we're all using fucking Word and Excel.
Well, what's
Like,
funny though is they're not going to be able to do that because I have fucking Microsoft's numbers. I have
Yeah.
Microsoft's revenues. I'm coming out with it at the end of January. Frank, sure you fucking want some? Email me.
Yeah.
And I already have GitHub Copilot's revenue too, fucker. Like, there's the thing. Like these, I'm fucking sick of this because people are being lied to. And I'm
Yeah.
just doing an episode of, I guess this is the show I'm recording, but it's just walking around hearing they put, the thing that made me actually snap on this trip was they put Nano Banana in a television. And I'm just,
Ooh, you got to go back. What is a
Nano Banana
He's now
is an
said
image.
it
It's
in
an image.
three straight episodes.
It's
he's
an
said this.
image generator model from Google that they called the world's dumbest fucking name because they insist on
Okay.
making me
That's
angry.
literally its name.
Yes, Nano Banana and Nano Banana Pro.
I got to go.
Banana 3,
Nano
right?
Banana. And
Nano
it's,
Banana
It's
Pro
now in a
is
television.
dumber. They should make the version that you have to pay for should just have a normal name.
Nano Banana Pro 3 Plus.
I think
Yeah.
it's just it just shows loathing for the customer.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you little pigs
Oh,
will call
God.
it anything. Like, Nano Banana, you fucking pigs.
Well, I think they're probably it's probably jealousy and some FOMO at Elon Musk, where well he gives his stuff really funny, stupid names. Maybe that's why. That's the secret. Maybe we'll get some of that.
We can be epic too.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't, maybe
Can
they'll
we throw a 420 in there?
maybe they
What's
can
up
copy
with
the other things
What
that.
was up with Mercedes and then
Oh,
NVIDIA
yeah.
calling their things plus plus?
Yeah,
Like we're in
Mercedes.
My
Oh,
Hero
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Academia.
Yeah, they had a whole thing with a panel with Mercedes and this guy from Skilled AI who was like one robot, one brain, one purpose or
One
something.
mic.
One
Yeah,
car.
he was also spitting up there. He was.
Yeah. All I need
They
is
were just-
one mic, one robot, one brain.
It was just one panel. It was just a panel of just people just like all in varying stages of concussion protocol, just like saying shit to each other. And Sarah Grow, this VC, just been like, so when AI is powerful and large language models, would that be interesting? And the guy going, I agree. They would be powerful, and indeed, robots. Yeah, and it was just and people around just going, yeah.
That is.
I loved our little chat when this was going on, where the guy was like, we're making base layers by watching you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then practicing. That's where you learn to do any real task, as everyone knows.
And
right?
it's just-
you watch a YouTube video 3,000 times.
Yeah.
It's just I can't think of any other.
Not
industry.
now. I'm base layering.
Yeah.
I'm watching Jamal Crawford's sickest buckets.
Yeah.
22 minutes.
I'm watching unexpected LeBron edits, compilations, 45 minutes.
It's just so strange as well because I've been fucked with a lot in my life. It just feels like we're being fucked with.
Yeah.
It's just like a weird, not even con at this point. Just like everyone's just like
It's taunting.
Well, that's the thing that's so dispiriting is that, like, I can tell you're not even you're past the point where you think you have to even work to lie to us.
Exactly.
Like, you're just being lazy. Like, we all know everyone, like the majority of people, found Copilot annoying and said no repeatedly.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to claim it. Everyone using an Office product is using AI to trick your shareholders. So you're just fucking changing it. And like, there's not any more thought to it than that. Nope. You're not at all scared of regulators. You don't give a fuck about what the people paying to use your product. And that's just, it's dispiriting because, like, yeah, there is nothing I can do.
Well,
right? Like I could switch my my word processor, I guess, and probably will at some point this year. It just means embracing a pain in the ass of like switching a bunch of stuff around. But at this point, I think it's worth it because I'm annoyed at you. Like, you've annoyed me enough, and I don't think that's going to impact Microsoft's bottom line. I don't think enough people are going to switch for it to matter. It's just, again, dispiriting.
Also, no one's going to call it Copilot 365.
No, it's
they're going to call
stupid name.
They're going to call it Microsoft Office because you're going to say it to like a grandma. And
I'm
she's gonna
using
like, "What?"
Word. No, I'm
Yeah.
not using fucking Copilot. I'm writing, you dipshit.
It is so cool. We now have software that's deliberately annoying. It's just like, hey, do you want to use Copilot? You want this to write it through? I'm fucking writing it. I'm writing it. Please leave me alone.
No.
Yeah.
I use Apple Notes now, not because I like it, but because it doesn't scream.
It doesn't prompt
Want
you.
help generating the document?
The problem is every big player in consumer technology right now has attained and is expressing the exact vibes of like a guy that you would cover your drink around.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's where it's like it's just this constant pressure and constant like, hey, you know
What are you doing
I think
later?
you want? Yeah, you know what? Why don't you come sit with me? I'm just going to sit down next to you. I'm just going to hang out with you. Like, it's this, I've said no so many times and you are not at all listening.
Nope.
And that's how using technology feels. And I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, and that's a good way to kind of like wrap up the episode as well. But I think that's what the theme of CES appears to be this year. It's just like obtrusive stuff. How like I know I keep saying Nano Banana. The reason this has driven me insane is it's like, I don't need the TV to generate images.
Are you sure?
I'm watching the
Maybe you should- Why don't
television.
you try it?
Yeah.
Maybe you like it.
What if your TV was a computer too, though?
I don't
Nano
want-
Nano Banana Pro offers many features that aren't available.
Yeah.
Nano Banana can generate a winning
sure you have an
season for the
internet
Raiders. Like, it's just like Nano Banana. Like, and also, what kind of fucking freak is sitting there being like, I want my television to generate an image? No, if you try and do that, your television should break.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, I know you're putting on a torrented copy of Star Trek The Next Generation to watch while you cry yet again. What if Riker's dick was out the whole episode? Would that improve this
could
for
make
you in
that
any
happen.
way?
Fucking freak suing Google.
Would that get you to start saying Gemini?
Yeah. Will you call it Gemini if we show you
Would you pay
Riker's
$40
hog?
a month for that?
Oh my god! And now during
It's emotional blackmail, and it's wrong.
and before we wrap as well, Robert, I've said this earlier in the episode as well, but there was a bit where NVIDIA, Jensen Huang, was talking to two robots. Like, just like, and he was like, "This is how we make you." This
Star
is
Wars
from,
video
and it
game.
turns out it was from like the fucking
Order.
Fallen Order, like the second of the games with
Cal Kestis.
with the guy from what Shameless? Is he in Shameless?
Oh yeah, that is
Is it in Shameless?
Right? That is him, or
like
it looks just
the
like him.
the
Yes.
Joker.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. And it's like, I did not know. I'm a big Star Wars head, but of like the actual Star Wars stuff.
Right.
And it's like, okay, and how much did you pay like $1 million for that? But you know that they were like, what's the cheapest one?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the cheapest?
We gotta get one of the games.
Yeah, we gotta get one. We'll give you one of
What's
the.
that guy from the N64 game? I bet he's cheap. Bring
Kyle,
him in.
Kyle Katarn?
Kyle Katarn. Bring his ass in.
It's just immediate. Don't remember anything but Kyle Katarn. Let's sign off with that. All right. David Roth, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
From Defector. We'll have you in the episode notes. Robert Evans, you'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be here all week.
Hell yeah. And Ed Ongweso Jr., who'll also be here all week.
I will.
And then to wrap the episode, so before we go, I want to talk about something we'll be doing at the end of every episode. So just a little history on the suite. Back when the PR firm used to have this suite and have journos come in. And back since the late 2010s, we did this. We had journos come in, and there was a bloke called Sean Paul Adams who came to visit. He was a good mate of my friend Tachana's. He passed last year. I want to honor him by encouraging you to donate to the Pediatric Epilepsy Research Consortium. Sean Paul's son is epileptic, and his family would deeply appreciate it. He was awesome. He's deeply missed by his friends and family. He's one of the highlights of the suite when he visited. So yeah, I'll have a link in the show notes. We'll be here all week, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking with us from this episode. And yeah, we'll have 2 more tomorrow and every day. Other than Saturday, we'll just have 1. Cheers, everyone.
Bye.
Go with God.
Thank you for listening to Better Offline. The editor and composer of the Better Offline theme song is Matt Osowski. You can check out more of his music and audio projects at matosowski.com. MATTOSOWSKI.com. You can email me at easy@betteroffline.com or visit betteroffline.com to find more podcast links and, of course, my newsletter. I also really recommend you go to chat.where'sYourEd.at to visit the Discord and go to r/betteroffline to check out our Reddit. Thank you so much for listening.
Better Offline is a production of Cool Zone Media. For more from Cool Zone Media, visit our website, coolzonemedia.com, or check us out on the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.